to come.
Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
What did you expect? Welcome, Sonny. Make yourself at home. Marry my daughter. You've got to remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. You know. Morons.
Don't laugh, it's a serious matter. Jake decided to tell me a joke right at the end of that beautiful memorial piece that we did. Thank you. Welcome to Stone's Live Poker.
Who else wants to rip their heart out now?
Yeah. My name is Veronica Brill. With me is the man that has collectively the same amount of World Series of Poker bracelets as I do, Jake Rosensteel.
What's up, kids?
Jake coming off fresh, a non-win from last night, second place, Sunday tournament. Actually, you did pretty well, Jake. Nice job. High five.
Always a bridesmaid.
Never
bride.
It's okay. We still heart you at Stones. And
no, I still go back and watch the whole thing, and there's a lot of hands I want back.
So do we.
No, but it was a lot of fun. And playing with William, that was a blast. He was a really fun guy to play with. I mean, the entire tournament. He's got gears. Like,
he's a man's man. I like that guy. He sleeps on a bear fur rug with a wolf. Anyway.
He sleeps on a bear rug with a wolf, or
with a wolf, like cuddles a wolf.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense.
So anyway, on to bigger and brighter things. We have a 5-5 game, and pitter patter my heart. My honey badger is back finally when I'm doing commentary. I haven't seen my honey badger in 2-3 months.
Yeah, he's been gone a while. I mean, all the regs went down to Vegas for the summer to grind out some cash games and take their shot at poker glory, and now they're back to reality.
Which is the same thing, just in a different city.
It really is. So I mean, we got kind of a pretty good mix here of Rex and Regs. Interesting dynamic I think we're going to see between seats 8, 9, and 1 with 3 local professionals, and that being Your Honey Badger, Kyle Grewing, Azan in seat 9, and then Cobra, the legend.
Seat 1. Cobra has been asking me, and I feel bad because I really love Cobra, but he's like, hey, when can I get into Veronica and Friends? I'm like, you're not.
He's trying to poach. You realize that,
I'm like,
right?
I'm not the fish. You're not coming to go fishing. It's a fun game, and you're gonna take like 4K off of us, and it's not gonna be fun that way. And he's just like,
as opposed to like you taking like money off everyone else. Like,
whatever.
You're like, you don't want to be the only.
I bought them all dinner. They enjoyed themselves
with their own money.
Come on.
Jesus.
So Cobra in seat 1 started out with 750. Reggie in seat 2, 895.
Oh man, Reggie was involved in that big hand with Brian and Jeremy, who's back in the game as well.
A Royal
over Boat with cracked aces
with a flush versus a flush also. Royal.
boat.
boat, and flush.
No, he had 2 red aces. It's okay.
Okay, all right.
Anyhow.
So
but
anyway.
like, no, real mess of a hand. Jerry in C3. Jerry is a blast. Absolute
He looks like a blast.
ball
Look,
to
he's
play
having
with.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, he barrels the PLO with us here regularly. Jerry is the guy.
C4 looks like he's got a beard to put you to
John.
shame.
Right? No, like beard
You're
envy's real.
sensitive about it.
I don't want to talk
aren't you?
about it. Like,
Yeah.
what do you like bringing it up for? John was involved in that same game after we saw Brian crack Reggie's boat with a royal. John got messed up in a hand with Brian on the Queen 6 clubs for 700 clubs, gut shot, straight draw, flush
Yes.
draw versus bigger flush draw, blocking gut shot, straight draw. They ran it twice. John backdoored straight on both
Both
board
of them, yeah, I remember that.
and scooped the whole thing. What a mess.
I love it. I love messes. Uncle Matty, look at that handsome man. Uncle Matty in C5 trains dogs for a living.
You know, Uncle Matty looks like he like at one point, you know, like it was a consigliere, like in like to the Godfather, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, everybody kind of kisses his pinky ring when they come into the casino.
Yes.
I get
I mean,
that.
I did when I came in. But.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too.
All right,
Totally.
cool. Same level.
Jeremy in seat 6, he's got just under 8. Well, he did.
Spoken.
In class today. Jeremy did have about 800 right around the time the stream started. Must have had a hand or 2.
Poker might have happened in between then.
Yeah, poker happened. Kevin in seat 7, just over 1,000, and then my honey badger, seat 8, and Azan, the Wizard of Azan, in seat 9.
Aussie.
Come in here. There's this, one of our waitresses.
Cinderella.
She looks like Cinderella. Quite possibly the most beautiful woman you've probably seen. Come in here. Come on. Come in here.
Wow, that's a whole other shade of red. Like, wow, super blushing.
If only she loved the camera
Heather.
more, she could just
Heather's the
be like
best.
supermodel.
Like,
Supermodel.
strike a pose.
Strike a
Like,
pose.
That's what
Like I
happened.
did in the 90s. Ah! Slaying it on. 3 facelifts later. All right. T. Burks in the chat. What's up? Plastica, my
Rick
darling.
and Barstow, all the regs. It's good stuff. And now I'm really interested to see like how the dynamic works out, like I said, between 8, 9, and 1 with Brewing, Azan, and Cobra in the blind button versus blinds.
God, I don't
scenarios.
want Kyle's spot unless Kyle just doesn't fear the Reaper.
At the same time, I think he can kind of count on Azan and Cobra playing tight, aggressive behind him.
Doesn't Kyle dress like a retiree?
Yeah, no, Kyle's already like 65, Jewish in Florida. Like, it's already like Kyle's already ready. Like,
Yeah, he's there.
all right, cards are in the air.
Jerry just threw away pocket 3s under the gun. I'm already confused because I know Foldy. I know Foldy. Looks like John puts in a race at 25 with King 5. Joe Flat 007. Congrats on second yesterday. Jake was hoping you'd pull it out. He doesn't pull out. Sorry. What?
Poker happens. It was a lot of fun though.
3-way to a flop.
Here we go. It looked like A6-7, all diamonds. We see Uncle Matty here.
Are you sure you can see the suit properly?
I'm not sure. Wow. Oh,
I
wow.
gotta. I mean, I can't be your BFF without the needles.
It did happen. I did.
I wouldn't like
I
you.
misread the board once.
In a really bad timing on misreading, by the way.
Yeah.
It should have happened when the blinds were 25-50.
I was even like I was wearing my glasses, so that doesn't happen anymore. And you've seen me like misreading like spots and
Yeah,
hands. Like you've been there when I've done that.
And then you denied after, and then I'm like, come on,
No,
mess up.
I was bluffing, and then like no, I just can't see for shit anymore.
Bear Jew, what is up? Nice to see you. I loved that last game on Live at the Bike that you were on. It was a little wild.
So a little trouble here for Uncle Matty. John flops the nuts with the King 5 of diamonds. Matty, bluffing the 9-9, catches the flush here. 9 high flush. John's gonna go for value on the river. There's 370 in the pot.
For sure.
It's hard to put someone on a flopped flush. You know what I mean? You got to think, okay, and then on the turn, you can't feel very great about your 9 high flush.
Wow, and yeah, and there's Uncle Matty flexing the chip. And John's gonna show the nuts. 225 river bet.
And John says, flop it like it's hot. Yetch.
Flop it like it's hot. Flop it like it's hot.
Yeah, so Live at the Bike had a crazy hand last week. Bear Jew was in there. After the hand, it was like I think it was a 10K pot with a bluff with one person had ace high, one person had 7 high. 7 high shoved all in. Ace high called. You have to watch it. I'm sure it's on YouTube now. It was like
And
one of the
Zubair Jew was involved?
Zubair Jew was in on the table
Yes.
and then got off the table. I don't know what happened. I wish he would explain it to me. And started screaming at everyone, mofos, F this, got crazy. 10K got shipped to Israeli John and fireworks went off. The whole table started going bananas. I would be like, I want to be at this table. I want gambling and craziness. Those are 2 things I thrive off of. They're my vitamins and minerals.
Amazing.
Reggie picking up kings in the small blind. Oh, baby. It's like picking up a hot chick at a bar, and when the lights come on, she's still beautiful.
I like it.
It's kind of like that.
It's good like that.
And gets no action. Look at Reggie. Ah!
And there goes Cobra.
I love Reggie's shirt. Randy Watson, 1988 World Tour.
Cobra makes it 20 to go with a queen 8 off. Reggie.
Okay, so Rick and Barstow said it was Israeli Ron ace high over Bruno queen high. I'm gonna find it on YouTube and I'm gonna text it to you.
Yeah, I know,
it was
definitely, for
such
sure.
a good
I
hand.
would love
He
to see that.
tanked for so long,
And
it was
called
a
off here with ace high?
10K pot. Yeah, it called off with ace high.
Whee!
Oh,
So good.
Robert Smith.
So good.
Balls in your mouth.
Oh, that's so wrong. Like your analogy is so ass backwards. Like, it's not a good thing.
Zubair Jew! And then Zubair Jew started yelling at everybody at the table. I was like, why am I not in this game? I want to be in the thick of it. I love when there's drama at the table and people are angry and pots are
You're
splashing.
usually like causing it.
Yeah, well, it is me. I mean, it's kind of how I get people to fold because they're so angry at me by the time we're in by the river.
See, for a lot of players that works like the opposite way, the people get like angry at a player and they'll like call off because they just like want to bust them, and they'll for someone for you it has the opposite effect.
Yeah, they fold because they're so pissed off.
See, people just hate me to the point where they call off.
You and I are different.
It's different kind of hate. Like I hate her, so I'm not gonna pay her. Versus
I
me,
hate
it's like
him.
I hate him, so I'm gonna bust his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hate her, won't pay her. Hate him, bust him. We got it.
Now I get
it. Now we figured out the rest of the universe. We can leave the show. We're done.
That's it. It's over. Like, good show. Good talk. Yeah. Over. Yeah. What a mess. All right. Next hand. Reggie 3-bet his kings, takes down the pot.
Flat caller, welcome to the chat. You probably don't enjoy a flat caller.
I flat a lot of hands. I flat a lot. What? I do.
I'm just trying to figure you out, you know?
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. It's
You clearly know the things that I say and the way that I play don't necessarily
after you die, there'll be a book written about you, and your life will be in vain. No one will care.
do as I say, not as I do by Jake.
It won't be by Jake.
Oh, okay. It'll be
It
by
will be
someone
by-
else.
by
The story of
someone-
Jake.
Yeah.
It'll be called Jake by Sean Drake. He'll write it in my memory.
Because you'll die in 5 years in a gutter in Mexico somewhere, drunk off tequila and alcohol poisoning. I like your haircut. It looks really good. This conversation's gone bad. Anyway, Suited Aces, what's up? Nice to see you.
678 in the chat.
He said we're the best combo. I mean the worst. Best slash
678
worst.
is the best combo. No, 678 is the best combo.
No. 678 said you guys are the best
Oh,
combo for
678
Stone
is.
5. I mean the worst.
Oh.
So today I've been having to teach everything to Jake. Like Jake doesn't get things today. it's gonna be a process. I said, you know, maybe I don't believe in evolution because there's a Neanderthal with me in the room.
I am the anomaly. I am against the grain.
That's it. Look at Azan. I like me some Azan. A little bit of action here. Raises to 15 with ace 9. Under the gun +3.
It's ace queen, but I mean they look
Oh,
the
sorry,
same.
ace queen. They do. Hey. Reggie here with king queen. Another beautiful hand. Has position, calls. Sorry, it's a raise to 20, not 15. The better beard decides to call, and Uncle Matty's calling.
Four-way action. 9, 4, 8, 2 diamonds. Matty flops a diamond draw. John makes a pair. And Matty is going to lead right out. 8, 9, 4 is going to miss Azan's opening range a lot of time. And so he's going to go for like just pure fold equity here with a diamond draw. He gets Azan to dump it, as does Reggie. And John, the only one who can call, does come along. Heads up to the turn. Duck. Hits
you're
both
Uncle
players.
Matty, so if you're Uncle Matty here, wouldn't you gain more value by check raising maybe there?
Your hand's definitely going to look stronger, but it's also, I mean, it's a more expensive play to make. With a player, I mean, if Matty understands his reputation, obviously he does. He can actually, you know, like just donk there and get Azan to fold all his equity.
Yeah.
John check calls top two, or I'm sorry, two pair.
Ooh, diamonds.
And Matty gets there. Now, John might not be putting Matty on diamonds just because Matty led the flop into the raise. Probably might be thinking that he has something more like, you know, like a hand like ace nine, jack nine. He might have to worry about the 8-9 or maybe a set that might have led into Azan. I don't know if John can get away from two pair here though. It's harder to put Matty on diamonds with him leading into Azan. A lot of players we've seen will like lead into the razor, trying to, you know, quote unquote see where they're at. And so you wouldn't probably put him on diamonds if you think that's what he might have been doing.
We got coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee, which walking.
Matty bets 200.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's good. Good mixture.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Coffee. Your skin looks like butter, honey.
Appreciate that. It's a tough spot for John. You have the Whirlwind Showdown value. The board's pretty coordinated. You have to worry about better two pairs. I don't think John's worried about diamonds. I think he's worried about better two pairs here. He calls. Matty shows him the bad news. So now we see John and Matty trading some chips early.
Now, most of the time you think that's a good call against Matty in this situation?
Man.
It's tough, right?
I would probably expect Matty to check back most of his one pair type hands.
I would expect Matty to check back two pair type hands. And I wouldn't expect Matty to lead out with two pair type hands. Or even if he had one pair, turn two pair.
You'd expect him to check raise most of his two pair type hands, flop two pair type hands. Now what about river two pair? What about like a hand like I mean, I don't know. It's hard to put him on the 96er, but that's a hand.
I don't know. Well, he played 3-2. He might play 6-9. I think Uncle Matty flops two pair. Maybe he leads out. Maybe if he flops a pair, he checks there. And
I would expect Matty to check raise two pair plus.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think so. That being considered, if you're expecting Matty to check raise most of two pair type hands, I don't think it's the worst call off by John there because it's hard. You're kind of then only losing to like 9-6 and 5-7.
Yeah.
He might lead some 5-7 for the open ender, or it was maybe I'm sorry, not 5-7, like 6-7. But you can beat 6-7.
So if John folds there, how exploitable is that later on?
Really exploitable. That's the other end of it.
Yeah.
You got to worry about like if you're folding two pair on that board, the way that was played out.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So anyone could take that line against you again and make you there.
And make you hurt.
Make you there.
Yes, the 2-5 is going. 2-5 is going actually pretty strong right now. Get down here. A couple ace kings going at each other. 9-4-5, all spades. Kevin G's got the only spade.
Banana Buster 69, what's up? Nice to see you. Arcash 06, welcome to the chat. Woman Writer asked us if anyone's playing the tournament in the morning. I am not. I can.
Yeah.
Is tomorrow morning a good tournament?
I'm not allowed to have sharp objects. So both players hit the ace on the turn, 4 pairs on the river, and each player's going to chop it up.
Woman Writer, nice to see you.
Hey.
Hey. This is a good coffee. She made it perfect, right?
Yeah, that's good. Arakash 06. We're all the Klimt. coffee.
We're verklempt. We have coffee. Your skin looks like butter. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm getting verklempt.
It is 5-5 no hold'em. So we see everyone here. Everyone's at least 100 bigs deep. I mean, we see the lightest stack there's Cobra with 770 back.
Although, look at his stack. It doesn't look like 770. It looks like 1.2K.
Yeah, so we might have to revisit our stack sizes there. Cobra's definitely deeper than 770.
He's definitely over 1K because he's got a big stack of greens there.
Yeah, looks like at least 1K in green.
Nothing makes a girl crazy like a big stack of greens. Kyle's needing to eat his protein bar. That's what retirees do. I love me some Kyle. My honey badger, #1, baby.
So here we see Cobra open up the 7-5 of clubs, and Reggie throws away King Queen. No thought about it.
This is so odd because he called the Zon's raise with King Queen. But he throws it away to Cobra, different player.
Different spot, different player, different scenario. Now we see Maddie put in the 3-bet here. Maddie on the button with 10s. He makes it 75 to go.
Does Reggie not have the best seat in the house?
Yes, Reggie does. He's got position on Cobra, Azan, and Kyle.
I wouldn't sit at this table unless I was in Reggie's seat. Reggie's seat is high-priced real estate right now, ladies
Cobra's
and
going to
gentlemen.
flatten the 7-5. And here we go. Cobra flops clubs, and there's 2 overs to Maddie's 10s.
And Reggie would have had the best of it. Right
Check,
now,
check.
on the flop.
7 on the turn pairs Cobra. I would expect Cobra now to go bet here. Once Maddie checks back, I think would expect Cobra to kind of attack his check back range. Jacks, 10s, 9s. Kind of the top of his 3-betting check back range. No, Cobra's going to check. He thinks that maybe Maddie might be trapping him after he checks back.
Now I have a feeling if Cobra bets, Maddie's going to call no matter what.
Yes. Maddie has played pot control in this hand.
Yeah, Cobra's just giving up.
Check, check.
I keep thinking seat 4 is Brian. You know my Brian, my love, my Brian,
Yes.
my give action Brian. I keep thinking it's Brian.
Seat 4, John?
Yes.
Yeah, no. Definitely.
I'm sad that Brian's not in this game. I would have liked to have seen Brian.
If Brian brought the beard out a little bit more,
Oh, right?
that's John.
He can't do it. He's married. It'll be too many women, too many problems. Right? You get that.
Oh, I get that. Sean McCormick in the chat. What's up, brother?
Sean McCormick, welcome. I know you're here for Jake, but I'll say hello too. Action's on Azan.
Not a whole lot of playable hands out here.
Challenge accepted.
If I ever get them. Problem is, when I get clubs, there's clubs right on the part of the stage. I'm trying to check it.
Jeremy's gonna limp the button 7 tray off. He just wants to get involved. Just put me in a hand and let me do something with it. Good luck with that one.
King Jack Jack on the flop. Nothing for nobody. First to bet. Probably goes down.
Just steps out with the 5 tray.
Well, it's a limp pot. $15 in the pot. He bets 10. And his reputation. Look at his hair, perfectly combed.
Kyle's working the beard these days.
So Kyle invites me to play Chinese checkers. Apparently Chinese checkers is solved, and he invited me for a losing battle. But he told me he hasn't found the
Don't fall for that.
yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna play
don't-
against him.
I just don't know.
I was like, maybe we'd be better off with chess. Let me pick the game, maybe. Let me pick the game. Because he's like, yeah, let's do Chinese checkers, $20 a game. I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, give me 2 weeks to study it. And then he's like, well, I guess it's solved. And Azan's like, yeah, it's been solved for a while. I'm like, oh, I was just getting suckered into giving him my money.
Yes.
Yes. Kyle plays me like a fiddle, but I enjoy it. Azan's got a nice pair here, but it doesn't look like anyone's got very much, unless Kevin wants to give him some action.
You just like sit down across from Kyle and be like, all right, younger husband, let's go.
Oh, yes, yes. One day I will tell you about the conversation my husband and I had about Kyle recently. It's just so weird.
He looks just like your husband.
Exactly.
Just like your husband.
It's so weird. And sometimes I stare at him and I don't listen to what he's saying to me.
If Kyle put on like a fighter pilot like jacket like Top Gun,
Don't do it to me.
Like-
Because it would remind me of when I like met my husband
right?
10 years ago.
Here we go. So we got an open to 20. Raised to 30 by Azan over a limp pot, and get Maddie, Jeremy, and Kevin all come along. Queen 8. I like Azan's check here. I think it's Jeremy to step out with his pair of 8s.
So how important is Jeremy's stack size is not that big. He's got about 500, less than 500 behind. It says 715. That's not correct. We can look at it and see that that's not right. Does stack size count when you're considering calling here with this type of board?
Absolutely.
Because if he had a it's
Disco.
done. It's disco, but
That
Jeremy has
might
nothing.
slow down Jeremy.
But Jeremy has nothing. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, if someone had a massive stack, would Azan be a little less likely to call there?
No.
So then what's the consideration?
You're you're playing pot control. The other part of it, you're letting your opponent catch up with worse hands. It's like you're never going to anyone to fold the queen, obviously, and you don't want to play a huge pot with anyone with a queen anyhow. But you can keep people in with 8s, 9s, 10, or a pair of 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks, hands like that. I mean, it's hard to put someone on that strong a hand, considering it was a limp pot until Azan opened it up out of the big blind. But you can also keep someone like to catch up, make a pair, or let someone take a stab at a pretty dry board with Queen 8.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's hard really to hit that board.
You mean like 4-4 king kind of thing?
It's 4-4-8.
No, it's 4-4 king.
It's 4-4-8.
It was
turn 8 river king.
4-4 king
4-4
when
8.
I had aces and
Oh,
he had
you
deuce
did.
4.
You. I thought you were talking about my hand. Your hand.
No, I'm not talking about
Let's not be like those people that
very
like
dead horse.
No, those people that that's like that one time that was in that one and like
No,
dwell
I
on
cried
our own.
last night in the fetal position sucking my thumb for 4 hours. I'm sorry.
I thought it was good.
You thought everything was done right?
I thought you played perfectly with that hand.
What? The Neanderthal thought I played perfectly.
So then, as 6-7 points out, the deeper they are, the more Azan should be checking out of position because the player knows how to overbet. And then out of position betting becomes very
Thank you,
exploitable.
678, for your real analysis. No, I'm just
Someone.
giving a hard time.
Yeah. Once again, like I said, if Azan leads out there, it's hard to really get called by worse. I mean, Jeremy could call him with a pair of 8s. He probably would have.
Yeah.
But it's hard to, I mean, you can't really count on that. You're much better off check calling there and keeping the bluffs in your opponent's range, also getting value from worse hands. Worse made hands.
Ace 6-7 on the flop, 2 spades. Cobra flops a pair, but not much for Jeremy.
I do expect Cobra to call here, and he does.
I love me some Cobra. He's just scary, you know, like methodical. Super assassin. Exactly.
Check, check.
Queen of spades on the river.
Now I don't expect Cobra to try to check call bluffs here. No, he's going to lead. Cobra's going to lead spades. Takes down the pot. So I guess if you cover there, anything you can get your opponent to fold 8s plus.
Yeah.
Good spot. Spade gets there. It's another overcard to pair to 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks. You might have opened, see bet flop, and then check back turn for pot control with the ace on board once Cobra didn't go away. So Cobra thinks like, okay, well, if I'm ahead, I'm not gonna get any value anyhow, but I might be able to get better to fold sometimes. The other thing of it is you might be able to check off some bluffs.
So when Cobra does it, you totally can get it, but if I did it, it's wrong. That one hand that you analyzed, that I raised my low
that
end
was
of the
silly.
straight.
'Cause
I
that was
could have
silly.
got the higher end of the straight to fold.
Never.
Yes, 100%.
Zero
100%.
chance. Zero.
100%.
The flush isn't folding, but
Cobra,
that's fine.
that was totally in the spot than what Cobra just
Oh,
did.
I know it's a different spot, but I'm just saying my analysis.
I think Cobra can go either way. Though. I mean,
I played it perfect.
Cobra can lead and try to get like 8s plus to fold, or Cobra can like check call
6,
bluffs.
7, 8. Can I ask you to replace Jake? Just kidding. I want my Neanderthal.
Likewise, yeah.
Can I just put a box of wine here? To
And
a
that's
flop.
exactly what 6-7 points out. I mean, that's Cobra merging his range here, his bluffs and his value hands.
Deuce 6, 7 on the flop. Reggie flops a gut shot. Not much for anyone else. 3 on the turn. Pairs Reggie.
Jeremy's got the jack of spades here. 2 overs and a flush draw. And Jeremy's got a guy who can bet this board.
Matt Mafia Fiotti, welcome to the chat.
25.
Jake Rosensteel is gone. Thank you. Good.
Well, that settles it.
I guess it does.
Yeah. The end.
We don't need to argue anymore about anything. You are God.
That's it.
I didn't believe in you before, but now there's evidence.
Behold.
Behold! I actually had no voice after doing that 100 times yesterday before the stream started.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
Did you hear me across the room?
We all heard you across the room.
Behold the chip stack of doom. Anytime
Everyone
I was all
in the room knew anytime that you won a pot yesterday. Behold, the chips are like, oh god. Who's the-
Ship it! I shoved with King Deuce. I spiked a deuce on the river against like an ace something.
Yes, we all heard.
And I was like, ship it! Nuts! Everybody at
Every
my
time
table
that
was
you
like, get her
raised
off.
a chip, everyone else in the room knew. And we were all just praying like, God, who's paying her off like in these spots? Like, what kind of like sick person like wants
That's
to
what
hear
I'm
that
saying.
over and over
They
again?
if I bluff, they fold because they just don't want to hear me. They'll just fold on the flop because they don't want to hear the river chant.
Kevin makes it 25 to go with his pocket tens. Jeremy calls with Jack 4.
6, 7, 8. I caught that.
And on Ace, King, Queen, 10 on the turn. Trip
Gross.
10s for Kevin and Broadway for Jeremy.
Gross.
And here we go. Bet call.
Everyone, put on your seatbelts. Let's go in for a ride.
It checked.
What? Oh! What the F? Did he know that he had a straight?
Okay, so it did not go check on the river. Okay, Jeremy verbalized 75 and Kevin calls. Okay. I for a second I thought they went check. I was like
The two of us were like,
I was like, oh Jesus! Like, how does Jeremy, like? All right, so
Collusion!
Jeremy says 75 and
Collusion!
Kevin snaps.
I'm sorry, they're stacked a little less than my typical Veronica and Friends.
Yes and no. I mean, it's not.
Come on, 1.5K biggest stack. My biggest stack's usually what? Harlan cashed out 4K.
A little over 4.
Harlan was like proposing, like begging me to get in my game. I'll do anything. I'll go to Rayleigh's and get your favorite wine.
Much like Cobra trying to like wiggle his way into your game.
Yes, my game is the ticket. Everybody wants to get in my game, and now, you know how I drive my stocks up? I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna see.
Until these people like just
Yeah, and people are like,
throw
oh, can I
themselves
give you
at
like
you.
$100 to get in your game? I can't do that, obviously. But I'm just saying, I gotta drive the market, like the diamond industry.
Yes.
Withhold, drive the market up.
Yeah.
I'll see what Cobra offers next week.
Now we got it.
Speaking of Cobra, he makes it 30 to go with 4s. Reggie calls
Oh!
Maddie comes along with a Jack 10, and we got. It's always awkward when you flop top set with 4s. What do you think?
I don't want to say how awkward it is because I know Justin, our tournament director, is watching, and I'm so close to being fired. It's
Worse
awkward.
things have happened to better people.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. This is. No one's got anything.
So Cobra
Cobra's
leads
not
here,
getting paid.
and Reggie, I mean, deuce 3-4. You gotta feel pretty good about 9s here in this board. Cobra bets 60, and Reggie's gonna call.
Yeah, I don't think that's a horrible call at all. I definitely would be calling there.
The only thing the Reggie might be worried about is
There we go. This
Cobra
hand.
having a hand like ace, queen, ace, king, ace, jack. He's gonna have 2 overs of the gut shot at 10 outs versus Reggie. 8 comes off, and Reggie's gonna feel pretty good about that.
Well, also the spade draw. Why is the spade draw not showing for the outs?
Because there's 2 spades and 1
Oh,
club.
See,
it happens.
It
It happens.
happens.
It's-
It's real. It's real. The 4. I thought that was a spade. I'm not the only one that does that.
Alright, so like lay off, alright? Mind you, I had a full day's worth of mimosas by that point.
Okay.
For like, I've been on like a 4-day bender.
You got second in like a big tournament after a 4-day bender?
During a 4-day bender.
Can you imagine what you would do if you were sober for a month? You'd have like
Oh, Jesus, shit! Look at the 9.
Jason Mercier would be your bulldog.
We are set over set, ladies and gentlemen. Reggie has rivered a 9 here.
Reggie gonna take it to the woodshed. Yes.
Cobra.
Oh man, Reggie's just waiting. Just look how methodical Reggie's just playing with those chips. Just
And both players here are going to try to get value from overpairs. It's really funny.
Yes.
Like Cobra's got to think at this point. He's got to figure out
Yes.
Reggie's got to have some sort of overpair to come along all this way. And the problem for Cobra is, I mean, would Reggie not 3-bet
five.
jacks? So like,
What about a 5-6? Would he be in this pot with a 5-6?
so like hands that Cobra's trying to get value from, it gets kind of narrower for Cobra. Because if he's expecting Reggie to 3-bet jacks plus, then he's only looking to get value from 10s here. 8s and 9s now haven't beat. 7s, I mean, is 7s really going to call off on this board? So,
I actually love what Reggie's doing here because he didn't take forever. He thought about it, and now he's putting in a raise. And it's not too crazy of a raise, but it's a little bananas. I like it.
I would not be surprised if Cobra sniffs this out. Like I said, because like Cobra's only can get value from on really only like pocket 10s.
If Cobra Cobra's not folding.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Cobra jams
Jam it like it's hot.
and call.
Yeah. I was like, Reggie, don't tank here. Oh, so.
Oh, sick! Look at Cobra, just like Jesus.
This happened to me actually last week. I got overset with overpair. I believe they were aces.
Wow. Cobra's got to feel that Reggie has a really, really strong.
Does
Flatting range?
Does Reggie do this with 2 pair? Like an 8-9 on the river?
Does he call the flop plate 9? Yeah, you'd have to like really think that he's going to call the flop plate 9. I'm on 2,
Yeah,
3,
I guess
4.
there's no flush.
I mean, if you're just if you think that Reggie's can float you with 8 9.
So you're thinking overpair only.
Yeah, but like I said, but then what
Overpair or an ace king with a backdoor flush draw?
Well, that's where I go like over. What kind of overpairs does Reggie have that doesn't 3-bet pre? It was because there was no 3-bet pre-flop. If you're expecting, like most players are 3-betting jack plus. A lot of players are 3-betting 10s plus, ace king, ace queen. I mean, you really, let's say you're just narrowing Reggie's like range down. If he's at the top of his range to flat pre-flop, he can have like 10s, right? If you're expecting him to 3-bet jacks
Yes.
plus.
No, yeah.
So then at that point, I mean, Cobra on the flop and the turn is getting value from more hands there. By the river versus Reggie's raise, man, it's really, I mean, it's easier for
Can
me
you
to.
fold a set there though? You in his spot with a set of 4s. Can you fold?
I
It's
don't think. Okay, so like, okay, I don't.
There's no
It's
flush.
easy for me to call like when I can see the cards. Okay, at the same time though, and one thing there, like, I don't know if I'm re-jamming because I don't know what worse hands are calling me there. I'm
Eights,
probably
9s, and a straight beats you. You can't put him on a straight. Can you?
Yeah, no, you can have the 56. Sure.
Does he play 56 differently?
5, 6, ace 5 suited. Can he on either of those hands? Either way, legit, but I don't think there's any worse hands that are calling. I don't think Reggie is just gonna like call off 10s there.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
that's where I wouldn't be
Or
surprised.
raise river.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think Reggie's probably gonna flat 10s river, and that's kind of like the only hand you're gonna get value from. I mean, it's Reggie
And
calling 7s.
I have to say, it was a good flop and a good turn for Reggie also.
Yeah, Cobra leading the river. I mean, he can make it look like he can get value from like other hands besides just. I don't want to say like Cobra on the river. His river bet is only getting value from like 10s, and like that's it. Because Cobra can make it look like he's got like ace queen, ace jack, and it was barreling, you know, a gut shot and 2 overs the whole way, 10 outs, and just never got up there and was trying to get Reggie off of any kind of, you know, marginal like 4-5 or 4-7 or 4-6, 4-7, you know, or like, you know, pocket sevens, you know, something like that. But so Cobra's, you know, betting the river is great, or is fine. But once it gets raised, I mean, I don't know if I'm good enough to fold there. I might just
I'm not good enough to fold.
I might just call off and hate it. I'm trying to like really, but I really have a hard time finding like what's a worse hand that Reggie's raising the river with here. Because I wouldn't expect him to raise tens. I'd probably expect him to flat tens the whole way through.
Yes.
Now Reggie might raise some bluffs, maybe. So I'm you know, same thing. Ace Jack, ace queen, ace 10.
Reggie's been on the stream a few times, but he might have a lot of history playing against Cobra. And a lot of people don't take that into consideration when we're watching the stream. They're like, oh, I for sure just call there. But they probably have a history playing together.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Cobra jam. I would not have been surprised to see Cobra fold. And then no one, I think you can never blame him. You can never blame him for. I mean,
for just calling.
You can never blame him for calling, right? You never blame him for calling.
I think the mean would be just calling.
Yes.
Right.
And I think Cobra is definitely good enough to fold. I was surprised that Cobra did jam.
Steelers 4040 says river raise insanely strong there. You know, river raise is insanely strong 95% of the time, 5% bluff. I don't think
unless
you're in the pot.
Unless I'm in the pot.
I always talk about this. River raises are like impossible for most players to do as a bluff.
Yeah, that was one thing. Cobra's re-raising there did surprise me, just because, like I said, it's really hard to get Reggie to call off with worse. I mean, I wouldn't expect Reggie to raise tens.
K-Dubs3 said, no way with a raised pre-flop folded a set, just a cooler hand. Yeah, you know, sometimes setup hands happen.
I mean, I'm never gonna fault Cobra for calling there with the fours. I can see the cards. I think if I was in Cobra's spot.
And I don't think Reggie played it badly either at all. I think it was just. It was kind of a setup.
Because I would expect Cobra to do the same thing with ace king, ace queen, ace jack. You know, with 10 outs. If you had ace king, ace queen, ace jack, 2 overs in the gut shot. I would expect Cobra to play the hand nearly the same way.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But in which case, if you think, okay, well, he might think that I have just this, then he'd probably he'd be fighting tens, sevens. I don't know if he's doing.
What you're telling us is that you're not going to get a tattoo over top of your Cobra tattoo, like that. Your Cobra's face. Sorry, Cobra's face is not on your chest. Matt is.
Yeah.
Cobra's on your back.
He's on my tramp stamp.
You're not going to cover that tattoo.
I'm not gonna. No. We all. Who knows? We all misplay hands here and there. Like, I'm just. But
I don't know if he misplayed it. If we talk to him about the hand, we can hear the rationale.
There's so much we don't know about, like you mentioned, the player history that goes back and forth between those guys.
People don't understand. Like when I was playing for like 6 hours at the same table, if you were to watch me, you'd be like, "What the hell are you doing?" But you watch someone do the same thing repeatedly, you already know. They're almost playing face up with what they're doing, but it seems unconventional when you're just watching it.
There's Reggie. I've never seen Reggie do this, but there are players that I've played with that will flat premium pairs and raise river. That will flat aces, kings, and then they will just wait till river and then just stuff it.
I feel like I'm eating French fries out of a dumpster when I hear about that.
No, and I've seen players that I don't know that Reggie's that player. I've never seen Reggie do that. We've seen Reggie on the stream.
No, I haven't seen Reggie
about
do
3
that.
times now. But once again, we don't know where. The volume of hands that Cobra and Reggie have had together, where Cobra might think that Reggie might be one of those guys who can flat a huge pair maybe, and then raise river on what might look super bluffy. I don't know.
We have a pretty big hand starting here, although it looks like Cobra won't lose his mind here. Cobra's got ace queen of diamonds. Matty's got pocket kings. I think it's action is on Cobra. He checks. Uncle Matty's on the button. Backdoor flush draw also. Huge bet. I think the pot is wrong because look how many green chips. It's got to be at least just under 200. But that bet looked huge anyway.
He bet 240.
The pot was not 200. The pot was, I think, under 200. There were like 6 green chips and a few red.
The pot showed that it was 80.
Yeah, the pot was wrong. That was wrong. Come on, look at the green chips. How many green chips in 100?
1.
4.
It's a joke.
So it was at least 6 green chips.
I didn't see
and some
I
reds.
didn't see it. I'm taking your word for it.
You know, where's your glasses? Put them on. Get them out. I have a lens cleaner. I think.
I don't know. Did I bring my glasses?
Bring your get your glasses.
I might
out.
not. I think I actually left the glasses at home.
How can I borrow money off you and we play after?
Do I need to wear glasses for that?
No. I'll just tell you what you have.
Oh, okay. Jake, you got
Can I
2
borrow some
shinies.
money?
You got 2 shinies, Jake. Keep barreling.
Jay, can I borrow some money with no interest and I'll pay you back whenever?
Yeah, of course. You're my Hoochie-Cabra. How can I say no?
I'm surprised you didn't stop at Hooch.
Hoochie-Cabra's like this class here. Here we go. Huge flop for Cobra. Jack 6, 3, 2 clubs. Cobra's got top pair, club draw. Jeremy's got a better jack here. Cobra leads and Jeremy pops him. Jeremy says, "Get off my pot."
T. Burke says, did you guys mark the time on that hand? That hand was really a tad more complex than it looked.
We
Yeah.
were supposed to.
We were supposed to,
T.
but
Burke
we...
says, "Jake, you have a flush."
Nice one, T. Burke. 5 points for you.
Cobra goes back over the top. Cobra makes it 275. It's a great move by Cobra because for that exact reason, he can get Jeremy to fold better jacks.
I know that there's a big difference between great players and average, maybe losing players. One of the biggest things, watch Cobra. Watch Cobra tonight. Doesn't matter if he's winning or losing, the exact same thing will happen. He will not go on tilt. He will play every hand optimally, the way he feels
The way he
is
feels
optimal,
yeah.
and he's not going to go on tilt. He's not going to fold ace king to someone raising an early position like we've seen other people do on tilt. He's going to continue playing the way he's supposed to play, and that separates him from a huge portion of the field.
When you play the volume of hands that Cobra does and has played, it's tough to get phased, you know, because you've done it all, seen it all, kind of thing
Yeah.
like that. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
and so you just kind of like, oh well, whatever, and you just keep going with
He's been to every
the
strip
game.
club, seen all of them. Nothing impresses him anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I lived in Vegas. I understand. Cobra,
You comprende.
I get it. K-Dub says, I don't think he did anything wrong on the bet size, like I said before.
Just
the
a cooler hand.
Yeah. If you want to call there, but he hesitated a bit on the turn. Called bigger bet size. That was a... Read a paragraph. Come on. You're reading it.
Try not to.
So, Eldar, baby, talk to me. Tell us about... No, that's your coffee. Tell us about that big 5-10 hand with the ace high, and I guess what Bryce said, the king high. Best hand ever.
John makes it 25 to go
Best
here.
hand
Pocket fours should get through.
Escosta Nostra.
Escosta Nostra.
Escosta Nostra. Ja nie rozumiem po angielsku. Beautiful. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you.
I mispronounced that atrociously, but it's what I do.
So, Eldar is my brother from a different mother. Eldar's half Polish. His mother's Polish.
You guys go to Costco together.
Eldar, do you want to come to my house for Thanksgiving? I'm gonna have pierogi,
I got water.
kabanosy, wszystko zrobię ładnie, będzie
La Costa Nostra.
bardzo dobre. Przyjdź do mój dom. La Costa Nostra.
La Costa Nostra.
Wabrai, stay out of this.
Esta Costa
I
Nostra.
feel like every time I go to Costco, I just like grind my teeth and go, "Arr, Wabrai, arr." I'm gonna go get that freaking barbecue on sale. Arr, Wabrai.
So we have a straddle on this hand.
Oh, it's about freaking time.
5-5-10. Here we go.
You know what the problem was? We didn't get them shots before the game.
Science.
Wednesday. It'll be Wine Wednesday. Let's get them some wine. Let's get them all hooped up, warmed up, loosened up.
Lubed up.
Hooped up, warmed up, loosened up, lubed up. That's what we do. Get a shirt. Hooped up, warmed up, loosened up.
I've never heard
lubed up.
hooped up.
It's a Canadian thing. Don't worry about it. Once you're hooped up, you're probably getting pregnant.
I'm all hooped up on grape juice, eh?
Yeah, getting pregnant.
Yeah.
Jeremy checks.
Gonna go work at the Walmart down the street, eh?
Eh?
You know? Azan, King High Diamonds.
Kyle's thinking about who he can like take into a game that's already been solved and take money off them.
Right. You should ask Kyle how taking me for Chinese is going for him.
I'll solve it before he does. He's like, I haven't solved it. I can't find the information about it. I'm like, there's like 10,000 videos on it, Kyle. Or you don't have YouTube in your retirement facility? Don't try to scam me. I'll get you. It'll just be an even game then if we both have the solving mathematics of it, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna be able to sit down like with a chart and play.
We never agreed
Service
to not.
on 11, please.
I can have all my notes on my hand like I used to in high school, and then just remote sleep.
And they were really like, I think I had the Stones. They were like really try to cheat in high school, like that way.
It's not cheating. It's called notes.
So
When you did statistics, you got to bring your notes and your equations.
yeah, no, you could bring your notes in. Yeah, that was
Yeah, and your equations. It's the same thing.
That's not cheating. That's like,
Teachers who didn't let you bring notes in, you put your notes on your arm.
no, I never did that. I just knew what the hell I was doing.
Really?
Probably not. So
Talk to me about that. Goose.
funny thing about that, there was a couple times. I played football in high school, and the stigma about like most when you
Did you have that beard in high school also?
no, but I hit real hard. Wasn't a deep thing, but I can hit real hard, run real fast. No, but the stigma, of all football players not being Rhodes Scholars is true. And I had a couple classes with a couple of teammates, and there was a couple times where I helped them pass some tests, where like multiple choice tests, where like I had players next to me, and I would like footsie Morse code, like one tap for A,
all
two
the
taps
guys
for
that were
B,
trying to get into med school.
3 taps for C, 4. Like,
I did a couple years of undergrad before I got into nursing, and all the guys that were trying to get into med school did that crap.
We got called out on one time. I had a guy sit next to me. I would kick him the answers, and he would kick the guy across from him, like in the shin. Saying
Yeah.
1 tap for A, 2 taps for B, and it was pretty obvious because like this whole circle, like guilt by proximity. We all kind of had the same answers, and they were all kind of morons, and I wasn't.
That was obvious.
Yeah.
So Kevin pre-flop
prove
put
it.
in a raise, got 2 callers, and now
Cobra.
Cobra's flopped 2 pair. Kevin's got a gut shot.
250.
And John's got junk and gets out of the way.
Babyface ATL, nice to see
You.
you. Whoa, Tony.
Tony,
Protect the house, Sacramento, Team Alpha Male. What?
He's a bad man.
I like me some Tony.
Cobra makes it 2:15 to go. Kevin with
Hello.
a gut shot.
I enjoy your real
Backdoor
estate
spades.
listings. You have beautiful homes for sale. Wow.
Watching poker is cold-blooded. We have no sympathy for these players and their
We have the
livelihoods.
same glasses.
All we want to see is these big, messy, disaster train wreck hands.
We want to see bitches slapped. That's all we want.
Can we get a spade or a 10 on the river? Or on the turn? Spade on the turn. Let's go spade on the turn. So it's going
If
to
it's a
cost Kevin 150 to call.
10 of spades, would you be happy?
No, good. It shuts
It's
it all
too
down.
easy?
Shuts it all down.
I don't like it easy, I just like it dirty. So, Cobra just raised, correct? And Kevin needs
Kevin
to
gets away.
Kevin gets away, okay. The assassin wins a hand. And you see, nothing has changed. He's not tilting. His game is the same.
Going
He's
right back to
playing
work.
optimal. Cobra is my hero. Honey Badger, obviously, I love the most. Obviously, for many reasons.
Yeah, naturally, unnaturally.
But, yeah. I don't know the unnatural part, but yeah, I'll go with it.
Wop right.
He wants to take money off me, but
Wants a peanut in the booth.
KG Bacon, yes. Everything's a double entendre.
Is that like a French name for a dragon?
Yes.
Go back to my coffee now.
Coffee. Wait, let's do it together. Talk.
Jeremy, 910 of clubs.
Jeremy spoken.
I think you should call it 20.
I mean, it's like one of that music that you you don't regret. Like the people that where used to wear like acid wash jeans and,
You don't
stuff.
regret.
And like that, like
The
people
80s were not regretful.
They're like, oh god, I did that. I listened to that. Oh my
No,
god.
nothing
Like
in the 80s
Joy
was
Division.
regretful.
What do I do there? Like, what am I gonna like justify that to my kids? But like, I don't really feel bad about that. Like, I feel really like it's just one of those things. I'm like, you know what? It was great music, and I regret nothing.
The next time we'll think I have.
I mean, if you want to live in the shallow end of the pool, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, because
I mean, if you're
that's what that is.
if you're just scraping pictures on your cave wall, it's fine. Live and let live, baby.
I thought you were gonna say live.
I'm gonna be
I thought you were gonna say like
up
live and let die because that's like one of your '80s songs.
Don't hate the 80s. 80s for the ladies. 80s for the ladies.
Yeah. '90s, if you can read. Is that like the saying after that? Like
T. Burke says, how could Costco sausage be a double entendre? It's not. It's just a bad sausage. It's not Polish. Don't buy
stop,
it.
Put it.
I can't put it to bed.
No, just like let it go.
It's crying. I need
Just
to.
let it go. Cobra makes it 20 to go with the A7 off here.
What would Watt Bride do without it? Where would Watt Bride go?
Reggie calls out the cover for King 7 Diamonds.
I love it.
Jack 3 dues 2 clubs. No one connects really hard with this board.
Except Jeremy's got a little gunny for some nutty.
First Liar is gonna take down this pot. Cobra was the original aggressor.
PC Triple O. You are more than welcome to come take my job. I'm sure you're better looking and you speak better. Send in your YouTube video to Stones Live Poker on YouTube. They've been looking to replace me for months. For months.
John's
I'll
gonna
my
take a
job.
stab at this with a 9-10 off. Jeremy calls with his gut shot. Board double pairs. And pending anyone taking another stab at this here, this will be chopped up. Deuces and trays with the jack kicker.
So, tell me about these chop pots. If you know on the river, more than likely, you and your opponent are going to be chopping based on their range, based on the action they're having pre-flop. Are you going to try to win it outright? Is it worth it to you to try to?
Get your opponent off a chop?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know if this is actually the way this hand was played on this
Because
board.
a lot of people just succumb to a chop.
They're content to, yeah. They're afraid of getting picked off. So most people naturally want the path of least resistance to the passive route there. The way that hand was played on that board, John could have some weak jacks there. So I don't know if Jeremy's really gonna try to get him off there.
I feel like these stacks are so small compared to Veronica and Friends. I feel like I wouldn't even let them in my game. Just joking.
Wait a minute, I don't have a 3.
Folds of Jerry.
Raise.
King
Joe-
Jack of Hearts could open.
Joe Flat 007 likes me. I like you too, baby. Heads up to a flop. 6-4 Jack. Jeremy connects. Okay, so we watched Uncle Matty previously hit a flop hard and bet out into the razor, and now he hits nothing and he just check calls.
He thinks that 8-spin's gonna be pretty good on that board on Jack 6-4 with some frequency. As it is now, the king comes off, giving Jeremy 2 pair, and Matty does pick up a gut shot. I would expect him to call here. He does. 10. Damn it. Why do we want the blood? Why do we want the mess?
We want blood. It's fun for the show.
Matty has check called 2 straights here and checked pretty quick on the river as well. Jerry's got to feel that Maddie has some sort of showdown value, like probably a hand like Jack 10, maybe Queen Jack even. He could have some sixes there. Either way, Jeremy should be going for value, and he does. Top two. Maddie's got nut, no pair, and he thinks Jeremy might be airballing him, and he calls.
Maddie!
The nut, no pair.
Wow, Hero calling that. Wow, I wasn't expecting that from Maddie. Different
No.
gear. And Maddie's just showing the table, don't bluff me. Don't bluff me, I'll call you with ace high. Sometimes I think it's nice to show your cards that you're calling with ace high. The rest of the table's like, okay, I don't know how many bluffs I can get away with.
I suppose that Maddie might feel that Jerry might have some like missed straight draws there. Like, you know, I mean, well, 5-7 got there. The 8 comes off the river. But I mean, but like even like a hand like 7-8, you know, for the missed inside straight draw, you know, then hit the 8, and Jerry might decide to take a pair of 8s that he might think are no good at showdown. You know, he tries to get Jerry off a jack.
Yeah.
I mean, so calling that no pair, I mean, kind of optimistic. But I mean, once again, this goes back to players and how much history they have together.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it if he wants to set it up for later, trying to get people to not bluff him.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, like, there's certain players, I'm not going to name them right now in our live stream, that are regulars that you can't bluff. That will call you down very light. No?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Literally.
We'll have to see how that hand plays into future hands.
James Shimkus, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you.
Jeremy bets 30 with a 10-7 off on the 8-4 Dewey. And I think it's going to get through here. John, whose cards we can't see in the graphics. There it is. John with a pair of 8s now puts in a raise.
Oh, sorry. I apologize, sir.
I like it.
Gonna eat a lot of peaches, gonna bet it for protection.
He got better to fold.
They didn't.
8-5 folded to 8-3.
Oh, the 85 fold. Other than Jeremy with the 10-7.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you another one, but
So I'm right.
all over again.
Say it.
Jenna,
Just say it. I just want to hear it one time.
You're right.
the only time I tried to bluff you last?
Drake RX, what is up? Nice to see you in the chat. By the way, I've got people clawing at the walls for Veronica and Friends. I know I told you earlier.
What are you going on about
Clawing
this?
at the walls.
River comes, 4 cards straight.
You have to bring your first fruits.
By December, I feel like I'm going to have a 100-person lineup for a game, for a single game. Come on, just humor me.
Pretty deep list.
Probably not.
Jig 3D9. Welcome to the chat. What's up?
Jig, let me just do this for you. Is this live?
I enjoy
You know
it.
what? I'm not falling for it this time.
Jig, ask him. Just ask him. Jig, just for old time's sake, like Christmas in '83.
You are on 11.
Just ask him.
9-9 deuce, 2 diamonds.
I bet raised myself once.
Checks through. Free turn card. 7 comes off.
PR 11.
Giving Jeremy the open-ended straight draw.
Esco Sanatosa. Yes. If I transfer 1K to you guys, will you get someone to buy in for 500 and ship it blind until you lose? Yes.
Yes, we will.
T Burke has Jig asks if this is live.
I'm not falling for it.
You fell for it like 10 times
Every single show for a long time.
for like 8 months. Do you know how long we've been doing this? We've almost been doing this for a year.
God, it feels it's only been that
Feels
long.
like
It feels like it's been
20.
forever, right?
Like I hated you for 6 months of it.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to do it.
You're like, no, I didn't. I don't remember that. There's our boss tonight. Justin's gone.
Jenna running the show.
He's
She runs that
he's
shit.
got a knitting tournament tonight. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah.
Scarfs.
World Series, yeah, scarves. So I'd say it's scarves doubles.
Scarfs doubles. Tomorrow's it's turtlenecks.
Yeah, turtlenecks tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a big deal. Let's not make fun of it.
Like another thing, like being called a knit isn't a bad thing. It's like,
Exactly.
It's kind of just like a generalization.
It's so good
Like, yes,
to be called
I'm
a knit.
a
Yeah,
knit. It's
I'm
what we-
actually
so
ace
it's what we
knit.
do.
Yeah, so Reggie puts in a race to 20. Jeremy, 3 bets to 60. My God. Okay, we got a real game going on. Jeremy's 3 betting. There was a time where people flattered with Ace King, and it felt like the 90s, but it was like
Yeah, it used to be able to like harvest whales for blubber too, but like it's not tolerated anymore.
7-10 deuce on the flop, 2 spades.
Rick
Nothing
and
for
Barstow
nobody.
just stop.
Pocket 8s look really good right now, and Reggie's
It
running
looks
good with his pocket 8s.
great after
pocket
it
9s.
checks through until that ace comes off.
Yeah.
Complete spades.
120 or 125? Yeah, 125.
Deja, phew. Nice to see you. I'm not ignoring you. I just didn't see you.
Not bashing you. That was good.
Talking about how sexy you are.
I did clarify that I didn't want to.
Oh, you clarified
I thought they were by Greek.
Are you on a
I got
coffee? Do you want another coffee?
I got a coffee, I got a Red Bull, I got a tea, I got a water. I'm gonna have to pee soon.
What do you want me to get you?
No, I'm good. I'll just switch gears.
Do you want some of my coffee? I'm not finished mine.
I don't know where you've been. So.
I have the head. No, I don't. I have nothing.
I don't know what that is though.
I've been married. I've been with a guy for 10 years. I'm clean. They can't give you a green card without being clean.
I wasn't trying to go that far with it. I really was just like.
I went there. I'm letting you know. I'll bring my medical transcripts.
That's what that is. Like you keep on a scroll.
That's what my 9th century scroll.
Hear ye, hear ye. John makes it 30 to go with a 6-7 of diamonds.
I'm Lyman's son. What is up? Jig and I'm Lyman's son look like they're BFFs in the chat room.
So here we see John opening to 30 with a 6-7 of diamonds. Azan is gonna flat the same hand on the button, 6-7 of clubs.
Ooh.
Cobra
Oh.
comes along out of the small blind with a queen 10 off.
Oh.
Reggie, you got a hand that's like right on the border there. Like you're getting laid a great price, but there's such a good chance your hand's being dominated. He's gonna call off anyway. Probably tread lightly, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Reggie check fold a lot of one pair type hands, especially if he flops an 8.
Reggie knows exactly where he's at. He's either got to flop huge or he's out of his hand. So.
Kind of a well, Reggie might have some other plans.
Merry Christmas, Reggie. Enjoy the show.
And there's 2 clubs out there. Azan can put some chips into this pot. And
Poker is alive and well. 6 people to a flop. Come on. Come on.
And Reggie leads right out at it. They don't even give you the courtesy of a continuation bet around here. They're just gonna like bet right into you. Now you're John. Players are behind you, and look at this. John is gonna pop it and represent an overpair.
Oh, John. But he also has a little gutty for some nutty.
If the 5 of clubs comes off,
He has outs.
oots. Oots, oots,
Oots in Canada.
Oots, 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 oots. Wow, that happened like too easy.
Horrible.
It wasn't good. So now, Azan, I wouldn't be surprised to see Azan pop this right here. A lot of players will you see will lead out on a board like 84, like hand like pocket 5s, 4 or no, not 4s, but like a hand like that. It's hard for them to have like I was gonna say 6s or 7s. It's hard for Azan to think that someone has 6s or 7s because he's has 6-7. A lot of players like kind of will lead out on a paired board like that. It's kind of suited where they're at.
I love this.
It's a great race.
I love it.
Azan can actually get with Reggie leading and John raising.
Get better to
He can
fold.
get, yeah, you can get.
It's a combo
John,
raise, basically.
Yeah, no, you can get John to fold better hands. You can get John to fold over pairs on this board with this texture. Now it's gonna come back to Reggie. Get a whole lot of 8s and a
everyone
raise and a
wants-
re-raise behind you.
Everyone wants blood on the turn and river. Reggie's not going anywhere. He's just thinking about what he's going to do. Does he flat this, or would it be optimal to just call? With a flush draw, it might be good for Reggie to raise. If you're Reggie here, do you raise?
I'm gonna lean more towards flatting, but then again, I mean, I like I said, I flat a lot of hands. I like keeping my opponent's bluffs in,
I know.
and so
And
I
I've
definitely lean
learned
towards
from
flatting.
you, and I keep my opponent's bluffs in too much, and then I get 1 or 2 outered on the river.
Yeah, but that's being results oriented, and you know how we hate that. Just stick your tongue out at me. Reggie, it appears, is gonna take the more aggressive line.
Wow. Very aggressive. You're the only
Reggie, you can
thing.
get value from like 7-8 and like
Pocket
8-9.
fours. Pocket fours are the only hand he gets value
Wow.
from.
He stuffs it and it goes fold.
The only
that
thing that
quick.
he get values from is a hand that beats him.
I would have had to have a 9.
No, he can get value from like 7-8 and 8-9.
Okay.
But I mean, that's like the only two. There's only 1 8 left in the deck. And he might feel he can get value from big clubs.
So
Big clubs might not fold there.
I'll just talk about me. I'm a big grease ball. I will allow people to draw to just get as much money out of them. If they hit, they hit. I'm okay with it. You know, sun's gonna burn out. We're all gonna die. But if they don't, I maximize my action. Oh, I like very much.
And I like it as long as, but once again, you got to be content with times you're gonna get drawn out on. If you're gonna get value from the draws,
Yes,
then you have to
exactly.
realize that you are gonna get drawn out
If you
on the times.
power play your big hands, you will never make a lot of money.
Tastes like lipstick.
I drank it from the others. No, I drank it from that side. This doesn't smell
T-Rex
like-
says 7, 8, 9 is all in his raise anyway. Yeah, but those are the only hands though. That's it.
Emery Dog says 3-bet to 300, then fold to a shove. LMAO. I don't know. I don't think it was a bad fold by Azan. The pot. You don't want to get into a super overinflated pot with just a flush draw on a paired board, right? No?
You're not in love with it, no, because I mean you got to figure at that point. Then he's got to think that Jeremy's got a really really strong hand. I mean at least an 8.
Kevin, flop it like it's hot. Flop it like it's 1995 and you're ludicrous.
And he bets it. Jones and Nicole, this pair of 10s.
Jig 3D9 says protect your hand, question mark. Yeah, betting for protection, man. It happens.
Yeah, no greater way to lose money in poker.
2005 is still carrying on in the present. Everybody bet for protection. And everybody still does.
Because everyone sucks.
Why did you say that out loud?
Oh.
I actually, so yesterday I didn't play a tournament. I played a tournament yesterday for the first time since last year. And I was going up to Jake like, what is going on? I don't understand anything anymore. They're betting for protection like you read about in books from 2004.
Now, if John thinks that Kevin can have a dry 9 here, or even a hand like 8-9 or 7-9, he might call off either of the pair of 10s. But I don't think he will. Not against Kevin. He does not. So it's gonna bet in protection. So not yesterday tournament before, I got a verbal warning.
What did you say? From in here? You
Yeah.
should never get verbal warnings from the place that you work at. I
It
don't
wasn't
get-
my best day, all right?
I can get away with everything.
No,
though.
so I got so it all in like betting for protection. So the player's in the pot. I'm not even in the hand of the guy. He's in the pot and he has the second nuts on the turn with a redraw to the royal. The second nut flush, redraw the royal flush, board's not paired, and he like overbet stuffs the turn with one card to come. He goes like, oh, what if someone has the ace of clubs? What if someone's got the one card that has any kind of which he's blocking those blocking that suit anyway.
Yeah.
And so he like oh, just in case someone because that person could have the one card that might river me, so better 2x stuff the pot and like bet it for protection, right? So I'm just like shaking my head like it's just terrible. And he's like, but he's explaining to the table like, oh, that's why you got to do that. That way you don't get drawn out on. And I'm thinking just stop, guy. Just leave it alone. So a few hands go by, and I'm like, once again, I'm not even involved in a hand with this player, and on ace, I'm holding ace king on ace king. I think it's like ace king 8, and the player just stuffs 6s on a bluff. I snap the top 2, and the player gets like, and he catches a 6, right? And then I'm not even okay. Poker happens, but I cut my chips, pay the player off, and it's the other guy who then decides to take that hand, and he said, like, see, that's why you do that, because in case that way you get him to fold. And he's like, that's why you do that. You prove, and he's just like, you've just proved my point. You just proved my point. And I'm like, just stop. Like, you realize like how?
Why do you make me sound Canadian?
I'm not trying to make a generalization. I mean, I'm just. But no, it was just like he's like, oh yeah, you see, that's why
you
you.
him off, and you got in trouble.
Well, I told him that he. I might have called him an effing moron.
Oh.
I know better. I know better. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be tapping the glass, berating the fish. I was just like, but it was just like so.
You're married. You should learn how to tune things out.
I should, right?
Right.
Yeah,
My
but
husband,
but
I
as you
think
say,
he tolerates
I'm just a
me.
Neanderthal. So
You are.
What I do? So yeah, I call the player effing moron because he was, in my defense, he was being an effing moron. Of course, he calls the floor over. I tell the floor man, before even the dealer explained the situation, I said, I called him an effing moron. And they told me not to anymore, and I didn't. But it was just like... But it's a weird spot.
Don't do it again, Jake.
But it's a spot like this guy's just like, oh, see, because in case he has 2 outs, you want to get those people to fold. Like, they're not trying to, like, we don't want to extract value from, like, worse hands. We want to get all those worse hands to fold. Like, just get him out of the pot that we don't get drawn out on.
I had a guy complain about me in the cash game. He's like, you represent the live stream and you don't shut up and blah, blah, blah.
No, you are
I'm like,
louder.
no, but this is the way I am on the live stream is the way I am in real life. You don't understand.
Jerry makes a straight here on the river.
XYNH says boring. Talk about the game.
All right.
Welcome to my world. I gotta listen to this for hours after each stream. Like hands that I've heard about 500 times, I gotta hear about again. If you have a BFF in poker, this is what you gotta deal with. Go find a friend that's in engineering, that's in nursing, that does auditing, something else, so you don't have to listen to this crap.
A friend that deals black tar heroin. They have great stories.
Great stories.
Yeah.
I was just going along with you. I have no idea what black tar heroin is, and I don't
either, but I hear that it's bad for you. It's like just like slightly worse for you than gluten, I hear. Back to the game. Sorry guys, we turned on the blinker there, got off on a tangent.
Drink your coffee, your skin is like butter. Just one sip. I know your whole mouth can contain this amount. Kyle's retiring.
Kevin makes a 25 to go, a pocket 4s. Azan calls the 5s.
Deeper.
You gave me all your secrets out. I'm gonna start playing connectors now.
John's got a suited king in the small blind. He's gonna come along as well. And Matty comes along with the offsuit ace. It's all right. It's almost black, which is almost suited. Suited.
Since Valerie, it's suited now.
Jeremy comes along as well.
3-way to a flop. Poker is alive and well at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Azan flops middle set. Jeremy has an inside straight draw. Kevin, unfortunately for him, is blocking 2 of the 4s. John and Matty brick out. Azan wastes no time. He says, let's build a little bit of a pot.
He does have position on everyone too, so.
Jeremy makes a call, the inside straight draw.
T. Burke, them cards is suited.
It's gonna cost Kevin $45 to call. It's a tough spot for him to overcall after Jeremy does, and so yeah, he gets away. Eight of clubs on the turn. Azan can get value from flush draws, jacks. He's really hoping that Jeremy might have a hand like Jack 8. That would be a dream. As it is, unfortunately for him, Jeremy just has a gut shot. But Jeremy wants to break Azan's heart, so he's going to call 125 on the turn.
Mom's heart?
Heart on the turn, and that's going to change things. And now Jeremy here, who wasn't just drawing to his 4, he was figuring that he might be able to push Azan off if a heart fell
This is what I talked to you
And he
about.
bets 225. And with this sizing, this looks very, very value-y.
This is what I talked to you about exploiting your own image, and Azan quickly calls. You can't
Wow.
sit there. But
Azan says, if you got it, more power to you.
a lot of people will fold there, like fold a set there, if you represent a flush. I'm telling you, I do this on the river all the time.
No,
Here card
it's
comes.
a good bet by
And I'm
Jeremy,
like,
and like with that,
and I bet.
yeah, with that sizing, I mean Jeremy's gonna have hearts, a lot of times. The only thing that might change is maybe Jeremy seemed a little bit hesitant to call on the flop and turn. Maybe it's not going to okay. Well, he wouldn't think that hard about it if he actually had hard hearts. It's pretty easy snap call, Or it wouldn't have seemed to kind of be him hawing about it so much. Maybe it might have tended toward Azan calling, or Azan might be saying, you know what, I'm not going to fold sets here, ever. And if you got it,
I think
more power to you.
Jeremy's demise here is his stack size. He doesn't have enough to put a lot of pressure on people.
But I mean, that goes back to with that size of the pot and the sizing there. I mean, that looks pretty value-y, right?
Yeah, it does look value-y, but it's not pressure.
So you think just go polarize there and just like bomb the river?
Bomb it, make it look like a nuts or nothing, and put pressure on Azan. That I like to bomb.
Yeah. King Jack 7, 2 clubs. Reggie hits king, everyone else bricks. Babyface ATL putting this, you can't fool the Jeremy with his maniacal range. Jeremy is a player that has no fear. And the great thing about that for Jeremy is when Jeremy does make a nutted type hand, Jeremy's going to get paid off. On the other side of it, as Babyface ATL is pointing out, is not all your bluffs are going to get through.
Yes, you can't be fearful sitting at this table, right?
No.
There's no way you can play scared at this table. They'll eat you alive. So yeah, he can't. You said Jeremy's not playing scared. Yeah, well, you can't play scared.
No, you can't. Kyle's on his phone, undoubtedly making a move in our base Chinese game. No.
Yeah,
wish.
you're not gonna do it. Are you guys playing open face Chinese right now?
Usually.
You're a very big degenerate that you don't like to admit to yourself.
I can quit whenever I want to.
Cobra's putting in a little raise here with a queen deuce suited.
So,
Suited.
Azan opens under the guns at a $20 straddle. I think Azan opened under the, or I'm sorry, Azan straddled, and
Straddle for
Cobra
20.
is going to try to pick up some loose change at the queen deuce of clubs. It's a $20 straddle from Azan.
Azan, put your cards in the reader, baby.
That's got to be a 20. That's got to be an open.
Let's see what his
That's an
cards
open.
are.
Azan opened to 20, and Cobra 3-bet queen deuce. And that's a good flop for Cobra. Gonna be hard for Azan to continue without an ace. But Cobra's gonna have a lot of aces in the 3-betting range. The one thing Azan might think though, Cobra might check back a lot of aces. So if he does c-bet here, Azan might turn his pair of nines into a bluff. No, just gives Cobra credit. See, but there I go projecting, thinking on other players. Or I think like, okay, well, if
That's
you
your
had
biggest problem.
Ace King, Ace Queen, there he's probably just going to check back because of what's he getting value from. He's also going to induce, weaker hands call and turn or induce bluffs on later streets. If you just check back Ace King, Ace Queen there, so if he's c-betting him because he's a more competent player, therefore he must have some weaker, hands bluffs. I mean, so let's say Cobra has the queens there, and Azan check raises.
Yeah. He will
Then
get
Azan's like,
a 4-bet.
hashtag super wizard.
Oh yeah.
If he can get full better. That's what I was expecting. Maybe Azan can actually turn his nines into a bluff there.
Vic Twist, I know you don't own any anatomy books, but you can go to your church and pray to God about that question.
Shit. What has someone done to you? Oh God, really?
Obviously dropped out in grade 5 and had to go plow fields for his cult.
He didn't. No. He wasn't saying that. He's in the other people saying that. People claiming. People, not him.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Only,
On the bright side of suicide.
There we go.
Yeah. To a flop, 4-way.
Queen Jack 6, 2 spades. Jeremy hits his 6. Out flops Kyle's pair of 5s. It checks through, and another Jack comes off on the turn. If you're Kyle, do you bet here and try to get someone to fold a pair of 6s, pair of 7s? No, it's gonna check all the way through. We know he's never getting called by worse. I think maybe we get called by some King 10. Well, not anymore, of course. You don't get called by King 10. John's gonna value bet his pair of 9s, go for some thin value with 9s and Jacks with Queen.
Texas Poker 30, nice to see you. Oh, well, it's TX, I'm assuming it's Texas.
Jeremy calls with a pair of 6s, and John gets value out of the 9.
Not for $40. If there was like,
See, Vic West, as I'm saying, like, yeah, he's.
I still would have done it.
Vic West doesn't even have proper grammar.
I got your back. V Cross Poker in the chat.
Hey, bro.
Plastica, Jake's got his back.
Like, I needed to know
Let's
that.
just leave that
They
there.
can give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, you can't condemn everyone to.
Plastica,
I gotta give it.
you can have this one, darling. She's the lawyer.
I didn't do anything. I'm
She
just
can
like,
destroy
giving
you.
people the benefit of the doubt.
Remember, I have Plastica and Women Writer on my side,
God.
which is greater than all of you. Behold, the chip stack of doom.
I'm too sober for this.
I feel like Reggie's just chilling out now. You know, we haven't heard much from him since the beginning. And finally, Jerry's in a hand. Texas Poker 30, I used to live in Texas. Quite happy in California now, thank you. To a flop, heads up. Queen deuce 7, 2 spades.
Jeremy flicks at 25, the king high. Jerry is gonna call with ace 9 off on queen deuce 7, 2 spades. Spade comes off. That might be a card Jerry might be looking for to turn his hand into a bluff. He doesn't know he has the best hand here with ace high. Now here we go. Jerry's gonna give us a full production here. Go wow. No.
What stage?
Jeremy puts out a little bet again and gets Jerry to instantly fold. Interesting there. Jerry calling out of position with the ace 9 off, no pair, no draw. I would have expected him at some point there to either be, I mean, he expects ace high to be good there with some frequency. But at the same time, you almost might count on getting better ace high hands to fold there when the spade comes off. It's a great card, right?
Yes.
For him to be check calling and flop, and then, I mean, leading the turn, maybe.
Some people are scared of scare cards.
That's why they call them scare cards.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I call them leverage cards. The leverage card comes
Leverage
on the
card.
turn.
Gotta have bluff outs. Gotta have some bluff outs. A lot of people, players won't, they don't feel comfortable, drawing to like an open-ended straight draw if there's like, like 2 spades, 2 clubs, if there's a flush draw on the board as well.
Yeah.
Other players see that as an opportunity, like, hey, I can hit my straight, or if, the flush is there, I can rip it, because they're gonna play their hand just like a draw anyway.
It's called a flop opportunity.
Flop opportunities. And now we have Jeremy stuffing it.
KCM 1977. I did not live in Austin. Someone was asking if I lived in Austin. Austin's wonderful. Benzo days. Yes, Austin is wonderful.
So we see John make it 30 to go with pocket 8s here. Matty flats the 8s, and Jeremy stuffs all of it. The graphic shows 720. I don't think it's that much.
No.
One idiot
It's not that much because they're laughing.
He said he thinks that's a lot of chips. What he said.
No one would be laughing if it was a heck of a lot of chips.
I think John might give him some action here.
It's a flip.
And there it is. I don't see Matty coming along here. I mean, with an open, a jam, and a call, Matty's got to expect his ace to be dominated a very high percentage of the time, which we see it is in this case.
It seems so tournament-ish.
It
When your
really
short's
does.
back
Kind
in
of has
the
that feel.
tournament.
Kind of has that feel. Their ECV Cross Poker making the same comment. Yeah, it's all in pre. Is this a tournament? Yes, it is. Now they can run it up to 3 times.
V Cross Poker, what's up? We're all saying suitored tonight.
Suited. Are they running it once?
That look, I feel like you got aces now. Oh shit, dude.
I'd be like, can we wait to see the flop before we talk about running it once or twice?
8s are good. They run it 1 time.
Are you kidding me? Fuck yeah, that's the best thing. Y'all done? No way.
5-5 cash game tournament poker.
See you later, Jeremy.
He's got a law officer's shirt on. What does that mean? Does he bail people out of jail or is he a lawyer? I gotta ask
Maybe
him.
he bails lawyers out of jail.
That's possible.
I don't know. That is like maybe like one of those like membership card things. You get like the 3rd one punch free. You know, like
I get that.
So,
I
maybe-
like membership cards. It's like at Yo.
Or like
Pro Yo.
like when you get like your coffee, like they punch the hole in like your card, and like your
Is it the
10th
card
one's
that
free.
they're punching?
So maybe he's been bailed out of jail like 4 times. Like oh
They don't
now
give-
you get a shirt.
They don't give cards at coffee places. What are you getting? I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, whatever. So now we see John go right back to work. He moves at 20 to go with Ace King of Hearts. Cobra throws away 2 Stray of Hearts. I would expect Reggie to defend the Jack 10 here. No. Reggie does not defend the Jack 10. John takes it down pre.
Jeremy said you weren't playing enough hands and he bounced. He did? Jeremy. Bullshit. I didn't think he did. I busted. That's what happened. I was drunker you.
La Unica Chingona. Welcome to the chat.
Never to me.
Give Veronica back her coffee.
So we're playing. You guys play hearts?
Oh.
Hearts?
No. No.
Hearts?
Sounds fun. Let's hear it. No. I like spade with red card. I'm not open to at least hearing.
Okay, so. No. Hearts is basically.
Matt is gonna limp in here. Queen 10 offsuit.
You don't want to take hearts or points, right?
Azan will not play the straight blockers in the 10-5.
Any hearts 1 point, and if spades, 13.
Reggie's already in for a complete bet in the small blind. This is 5-5. He will check his option 10-5. And Jerry will check the option in the big blind as well at 6-4 diamonds. 3-way to the flop.
So everybody pays the low guy. Yeah.
King, Queen 3. Matty hits his queen. Everyone else bricks, and I expect this to go check, bet, fold.
How do you get the points?
Matty checks back.
Yeah, sorry, it's just like, so you, oh, sorry, so you lead, right? Okay.
Jack on the turn only gets better for Matty. He now picks up an open into straight draw to go along with the pair of queens. Reggie has the same draw, no pair. Matty's free rolling him. And Jerry does pick up diamonds. Fun little turn card.
I thought you were saying it was a game you could put like a buck.
Matty bets 45.
Like a 7 deuce type.
And Reggie's got to weigh his option here. Can he get paid off if a 9 or an ace come off the board?
It's similar.
He thinks he can. Little does he know he's getting free roll. And interesting, Jerry does not call with backdoor diamonds. Ace on the river, both players get there. They will be chopping this up.
I came all the way back for a chop.
It was a fun little turn card. Give everyone some life. I'm actually really surprised that Jerry folded diamonds. Reggie now leads right into Matty. Matty plays right back at him, and this is now just a formality. And Reggie knows where it's at. He just doing it for my all-in call chop. And Maddie sees how unlucky he actually got. I am surprised that Jerry, I mean, it worked out for him, you know, if we're going to be results oriented here, that no diamond did come. But with checking through the flop and then a bet and a call, I'm surprised that that Jerry did throw away the diamonds on the turn.
Disjunctive logism says it'd be nice if your chip graphic included how much plays are up or stuck. I agree. I would love that. They did that in high stakes, did they not?
The only
Because Daniel Grano was always down like 2 million.
That's true. I don't know if they did. The only difficult part is that the game starts before we start tracking graphics and cards and stuff like that. So it's a little tough to track.
Whatever. It takes like one person to walk over and write it down.
Just ask someone.
And if chip runners bring more chips, they write it down.
We could just like slip $1 into Roman's pocket and ask him, hey, how much have you brought?
I don't need to slip dollars in to get Roman to do what I want.
Here we go. So does Maddie have the straddle on here in this hand? Is that what I saw?
No. If Maddie has a straddle, yeah, no, he doesn't have cards.
The new guy 91 says Bean results then Bean 41 dog not getting 3-1 pot odds. And 85-35 the chalk that you full of the hand. I think you got to count on him having some implied odds here. Once Reggie overcalls the turn, or not overcalls, once Reggie calls. If no more bets go in, then yeah, you're right. A cold fold is correct. But I mean, you can't imagine that someone isn't. Once Reggie calls as well. The one thing is that it was just Maddie betting, and then he can, probably check fold. But once Reggie calls, I would expect him to call with diamonds as well.
We'll talk to our production crew and our management to see if we can get that going for the plus or minus stacks.
The one thing, new guy 91. You might worry about turning your hand face up there if you do overcall. Then.
Paul B, are you still here? Paul B.
The 5-10 good last Wednesday?
Paul,
I started to watch the stream a little bit. Yeah, because
last shot for Paul, no.
I didn't get to watch it.
How about dominating that?
Reggie bets 65.
CZ, are you still here? Hello, CZ. CZ, my attention if you're out there.
Get straight to pull the best hand.
Reggie's a crusher tonight, right?
I feel like we've seen two completely different gears from Reggie. The couple times we had on the stream, the very first time we had Reggie on the stream, I felt he played very, very close to the vest. I don't know, maybe that's because it was just his first time on the stream and was kind of like, hey, I'm going to kind of feel this thing out. I don't know how much I want to show.
It's kind of awkward feeling that you're being recorded and people are analyzing your play for the first time.
Yeah, maybe that was just it. But then the next time we saw him on the stream, I felt he had a whole other gear that we didn't see the first time around. I mean, maybe some of that was the way the deck cooperated with us or not. Maybe he had the
groupies.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to maybe use a few other gears that he didn't have before.
It's the groupies, man.
It's the groupies.
They love you. They're on your tip all day, every day, and then you cut and play.
The nine's perfect for me. That gives you the dummy.
I'm the worst, but the best.
Someone's gonna be the best at universe, and that's you. That's what we have you for.
Me, huh?
UA.
Buddy.
Poser.
How much do you love this dealer 0 to 10?
Mike?
Come on.
Oh, Mike's a nuts.
I Snapchat him like, good stuff. You think I'm your Snapchat BFF? Nah.
Yeah.
You're mediocre. Mike's a good guy.
Kyle's gonna wake up with a 7 deuce here. That's when they need to get in the game. Bring 7 deuce into the game.
I'm actually optimistic that Wednesday is going to be like a spaz, bananas, crazy fondue party.
Wednesday is 5-10?
Yes.
Or is it
And then, no, it's 5. It might be the employee game actually, which will be
I'm gonna check.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, we see
But
awesome sauce.
we're doing the 1025
We see
together.
awesome sauce differently. Yeah, it's
Actually,
the
you're-
employee game this Wednesday.
You're very, like, you're a nihilist. Nothing is awesome sauce free. No. Close.
Oh, careful what buttons you push there. It costs a lot of money.
He opened up Open Base Chinese.
No, I did not. I opened up the calendar to see what game was this Wednesday.
Bigger Ultra says he's a V groupie.
Here we go. Reggie makes it 30 to go. Jerry makes it 30 to go. Reggie calls. Ace, Queen, Deuce. Reggie's got a gut shot to Broadway. Jerry bricks, but he was the original aggressor.
I recommend a C-bet here, Jerry. Let's do this.
Keeps it up.
$70 in the pod. Bet's 50.
Now, if Reggie calls here, he wants Jerry to have a big hand. Have Ace, King, King, Queen.
Because
Something like
he gets maximum value out of those hands
When he makes
spikes-
it. When he makes the king.
when he spikes a miracle.
Yeah. So Jeremy's had enough fun for the evening. We've got a new player coming down, sitting here in seat 6.
Who is this guy? He looks like he's smiling and ready to have fun. I enjoy that.
He looks like good people.
I've never seen him before, have you?
I can't say that I have. Not on the stream. Maybe we have. Maybe we have. I don't know.
I wish we could zoom in and like
Enhance.
get like the pulsating in his neck and see like how nervous he is. He's bringing some money, 1K. Cobra's licking his chops. He's like, yes. Like Dracula, just like waiting for fresh blood.
V Cross Poker says it's my move. It's a joke. I wasn't going to do it.
Burger Ultra says signing his life away. Yes, he's signing a release. You have to sign a release saying that when Jake talks bad about you, you won't get mad and stab him in the parking lot.
So here we go. Reggie opens up here to 15 with pocket 9s. Kevin, Jerry, and Kyle call.
6, 4, 8 on the flop. Jerry pairs.
Inside straight draw both for Kevin and Jerry.
Not a bad flop for Reggie. Reggie's been here, done that. The same kind of board earlier against Cobra.
Right. And Reggie's going to keep at it. Jerry now paired an inside straight draw. I would expect him to call here. He could even raise. If he thinks that Reggie can have a lot of ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack, king, queen type hands, that we would fold to a raise, that is an option. As it is, he just calls. And Kevin calls as well. Kyle gets out of the way. 6 on the turn, and happy birthday, Jerry. You made trips.
He's still not safe though. Catch a 7, Kevin scoops it. Right?
Correctamundo.
Just making sure.
And that's officially official. Reggie reaching for chips.
Actually, Reggie would scoop if a 7 came. Pardon my French.
No, 7 comes, Jerry makes a boat.
Oh yes, okay.
So now if you're Jerry, after Reggie has led twice into that many opponents on 2 streets, he's got to feel very confident that Reggie has a strong hand here, has something just like he has an overpair. And so now I would expect him to maybe put in a little raise for value. There's 290 in the pot. Reggie bet 110. It's kind of a fine balance between keeping other players, maybe trying to keep Kevin in the pot, not blowing Reggie off either, and getting value. And the Academy Award for Best Actor goes to Jerry with the 6-7 of clubs. Look at that, and shaking the head, oh God, what do I do? Oh God, what do I do? I keep them in my pocket. There's no... He's just gonna call. Now if you're Kevin, you know a 5's gonna be good for you. You feel like 5's gonna be a good card for you. You might worry about a 7. because of the exact hand that Jerry has. But then that's the only hand you think seven might give you trouble. Kevin's gonna call as well. And now if you're Reggie, alarm bells have got to be going off in your head. Disco!
Wow! Oh!
Reggie makes the big straight, Kevin makes the long end of the straight, and Jerry
Blood.
fills up.
Blood!
What a card.
This is what everyone wants. This isn't a game.
And here's Kevin leading right out
This
in
is a
third
game.
place.
This isn't practice.
Wow!
This is a game.
And without hesitation, Reggie
Reggie
dumps the nines.
folds. What?
All in.
Oh, Reggie didn't make the big straight.
Yeah, he didn't.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
never mind.
there's no five.
Wow, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Reggie did not make the big straight. Sorry. I went nuts.
It's okay.
Got full house.
Oops.
I oops all the time. Some of us don't oops with, thinking we have a flush.
Stop.
Look at everybody's going crazy.
No, I misread the board.
The
Apologies.
chat
Yeah,
is-
Reggie's not having straight. No.
The chat's going bananas.
Yes, thank you. I immediately realized that.
MLS 1010 doesn't talk the whole time, and then when Jake's wrong, speaks up and pokes him. Yeah, T. Burke, you're right. Yeah, Reggie, of course,
Sorry,
good
yes.
fold.
I stand corrected.
If it was Canada, it would be a 4-card straight. It'd be fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, yes, eh? Let's chop the pot anyway.
Jerry stuffs it. Kevin calls off.
Chavis USA Poker, welcome to the chat. There was a lot going on in the chat that I wanted to talk about during the hand, but I didn't want to disrupt the hand because it was a great hand.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Nothing's great to you. Like my husband, I'm like, oh, did you enjoy that? It was good. It was a good movie. That means it was awesome. Because he never gets excited about anything.
So I misread 2 boards in 2 days. So
I said we hired you for your looks. You still don't believe me.
Hey, where is my glasses?
Where is your glasses?
Chip
I
Johnny
don't know where
Rabbit.
they is. I don't know where they is.
Where are they? Did you lose them last night?
I might have.
You were wearing them when I left.
Yeah. And then there's been 18 hours since then. It's a lot of time for a lot of things to go wrong in my life.
There's a stripper in Lodi wearing your glasses right now.
Probably.
Did you have to pay the tax man now, or can we blow some of that money?
No, that's for a later date.
My birthday's passed. What can we celebrate? Thanksgiving?
I don't celebrate pagan holidays.
Is that a pagan?
Stop.
We're not crucifying Jesus. Come on. Come on.
Two boards, 2 days.
Cape KO, seat open, come down, crush the game. We'd love to see it. The viewers would love it. Anybody who crushes the game is like #1 in my heart, right? Get down here and crush it.
Jerry makes 15 to go with 9s.
Wapra, you're the best.
Mike is our new player here in seat 6.
Welcome to the game, Mike. I like you very much. He has to learn how to put his cards properly over the reader. He's never been in the live stream. I haven't seen him before. I believe we're popping his cherry tonight. Queen 6-5, all spades on the flop. We don't know what Mike has. Put the cards in the reader or we'll slap you. No, just kidding.
So now we see Mike's hand. Got a 6-4 off.
Woo, I like it. A little bit of loosey-goosey in the cutoff with 6-4.
Jerry bets 40. Mike calls 1 pair, no spade. Azan, top pair, no spade. He's out of there. He can't ever overcall there.
5 pairs the board on the turn.
Genesis and Mike, we have had Mike on the show before.
We have?
Thought he looked familiar.
I don't remember. I don't remember having him. Obviously, I don't do commentary on every single show, but I don't remember him at all.
Kevin's still in his hand as well.
T-Burke says Mike played the final table of the World Series of Poker Championship 4 years ago.
Really?
Ruben 2, welcome to the chat.
Queen on the river.
This one folded queen.
Azan folded queen 10 of hearts.
KPKO says, who folds queen there? What a nit. Azan would have filled up on the river. Results oriented, of course.
Oh, and there we see Kevin's hand. Kevin flopped the nuts. Fly color says you need to go back to limit poker. He's folding a queen. Conversely, that'd be the other way around. And limit, I would think you would never fold the queen.
That wasn't his donkey. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He just gets lucky with 6-7.
Hindsight. And, like I said, we couldn't see that Kevin had the 8-7 of spades until the river there. Through the river. I wonder if the chat would still be saying calling this on, you know, the worst. If they would have saw that, if they see that Kevin flops the nuts and Azan gets away from one pair.
The problem is that they're not thinking about is Azan did not have position, and Azan position is everything. Queen 10 is much more powerful in late position. He was, what position was he in first act? He was in the small blind?
Out of the blind.
Yeah, he was in the small blind. Oh, no, Azan was on the button. He's on the small blind right now. Never mind, I take it back.
No, he was in the big blind last game. Now he's in small.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. I'll get there.
This is live.
Are these real chips?
No, those are Tic Tacs.
You're so funny. I forgot to laugh.
Queen, I'm sorry, 10, Jack, Deuce, 2 spades. It's hard. It's less long.
Where
it's hard.
are your glasses, damn it?
I don't even know. John's open-ended. No
Who
one has
loses
spades.
their glasses? There's other things that are better to lose. 6 of hearts on the turn. Babyface ATL, untake it back.
Untake it back.
Azan, you're my hero. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how do you fold to the nuts there? Oh my god.
Raise to 75.
John now raises the turn. And it's gonna work. Gets Reggie off the best hand.
How do you stay in if you're Reggie? You're a station if you stay in right there if you're Reggie.
Yeah, raising the turn is generally pretty strong for most players.
I think Reggie's hold there is good most of the time.
Yes, I would agree.
Rick and Barstow says, of all the things I've lost, it's my mind I miss the most. Yep. It's your glasses you miss the most.
Yeah, it would definitely appear so. I mean, hell.
You need a new prescription, I'm just letting you know.
That's probably true. I would wear contacts, but I just like, those people like
Putting
touch
things in
their
your
eyeball.
eyes?
That's really weird.
There's only a few things I want fingers in.
God.
He was excited about it, whatever it was.
Mike, 10-6 of hearts. He's gonna limp in.
10-6 is a raising hand, is it not? It's not a limping hand.
You're blocking the straight. You're suited. I mean, I've never been shy about that. I don't open limp. I over limp, but just not
guess
part of my game.
You sound like Seth Rogen, I guess.
From time to time.
You've signed autographs before for $10.
From time to time. Mike puts in a little bet with his flush draw, and it's gonna get through.
Travis USA Poker, the glasses take away the wrinkles that are setting in under my eyes. So although contact lenses are more awesome and medically forward, the glasses shape my face. He said my life has changed so much better since switching to contact lenses. I exercise more, I'm better at sports, and better with women. That's your problem. You wear glasses.
Wow.
If you wore contacts, you'd exercise more. You'd eat better.
I don't know. Like if I could like see the food more clearly, wouldn't it just like look better and I like.
Oh, you don't want to see those wrinkles. Everything looks so much better without glasses.
Kevin's gonna limp in here. King, queen. It's like Cobra limped the button. We got a 5-way limp fest.
Whee!
We
Runny eggs buffet.
duck goose.
Kevin picks up a queen, pairs. He's got the best hand right now.
Makes a pot-sized bet, and that should be the end of it.
Solo Bry said this game is way easier than 50 No Limit online. Not fair. Why don't I live here?
You're gonna find that. I mean, like people like equivalent like stakes online versus like live poker. I mean, 50-cent $1 games online can get pretty grindy. Versus like I don't know.
What do you mean by grindy? We might have different definitions.
A tougher game to beat than let's say like 1-2 live.
Okay.
Like even like I'd say that even as low as like 25-cent, 50-cent, or 50-cent $1 is much tougher to beat online than it is like in 1-2 or even 1-3 live. I mean those 1-2 and 1-3 live are still relatively soft games.
You want to know?
Online like 2-4 or 3-6 No Limit online is generally filled with a lot of regs and a lot of just crushers.
You know what I find difficult to me?
Long division.
No. What I find difficult to beat in poker is a game with a small buy-in, like a 40 big blind game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
Playing shuffle stacks.
absolutely hate it. It's painful. And if you bust, and if people have tripled up,
Trying to get unstuck.
you can't get unstuck. It's painful.
That's tough.
That's why I won't play 1-2 here. I mean, I will if I'm, having fun.
Yeah, you also
Azan,
make people like straddle for $9 when you're playing 1-2. I've seen you.
I've made people struggle for more than that.
Yeah.
Come on, honey. Baby, come on.
So here we go. Mike makes it 20 to go with a 7-5 of clubs. Kyle's gonna flat pocket 9s. And Azan, it makes it 3-bet to 85 with 2 kings.
Azan's got position on all of them. So let's see what happens. Mike looks like he came here to play. You're not gonna race to 20 with 5-7 and then fold to a 3-bet. Come on.
4-bet, Mike, 4-bet.
Your name's Mike, you came to play. Let's do this. Let's go. Kyle's capped his range here. He just called. You know he's not gonna 4-bet.
But Kyle is at the top of his range. I have seen Kyle flat 10s out of position.
9, 7, 2 clubs. It wouldn't have happened. I know.
Jack 5 deuce.
Impossible.
2 hearts. Mike makes a pair and backdoor clubs. There's only one overcard to Kyle's 9s, and Azan is capable of 3-betting, more than just Jacks plus. But now
Wow,
we
powerful.
see a check raise from Mike.
He's got a pair and a backdoor flush draw. Equity, that's what I call it. Equity.
And Azan has got to be wondering, does this guy have a limping range? Would he just limp 5s or deuces? Would he open 5s or deuces? If he wouldn't, if he it's only opening...
But he didn't limp. He was the original raiser.
That's what I'm saying. So, but if you think that a lot of players that will only limp 5s or deuces, then you can take that and then you can eliminate those kind of sets, and then you're only worried about like Jacks plus.
Yeah.
In which case, you're now putting him on more of a hand
Or
like Ace Jack.
heart draw. He
or
could
heart
raise
draw.
the heart draw, definitely.
So Azan can flat here, and then if Azan's flatting here, I think he's trying to get the money in on the turn. He's expecting Mike to stuff any turn card.
Like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Club,
Whee!
and now Mike's definitely stuffing. He goes all in.
Oh, Mike,
Azan
baby.
snaps.
When did you? Where
I
have
like
you
the way
been all
Azan
my
played this
life?
hand. Azan played this perfectly, regardless of the river card. Heart gets there, but Azan's gotta love this. And there it is.
Nice hand.
Now hats off to Mike for taking the aggressive line
Yeah. I think Mike played that perfect. I think anyone else, Azan's a very good thinking player.
there. He's a calling station.
And a calling station.
I'm just
a
joking.
lot of
I'm
other
just
players
kidding.
would have folded there. It is a tough spot to be in.
I like the way Azan played the hand. I think I played the hand the same way.
Chips on 11.
I would say you never get into fold sets. You're not gonna. The interesting thing, what Azan would have done, had a heart come off on the turn,
Yeah.
and Mike stuffed it. Now we saw earlier in a hand versus Jeremy when Azan had the set of fives. And the set of fives versus just pocket
500.
kings, different hand strengths there. But we saw earlier in that hand where Jeremy value bet, what looked like a value bet when the flush draw got completed on turn, and then Jeremy, I think he turned a pair of was a pair of fives into a bluff,
Yeah.
right? So, and we saw Azan call off there. So I'm not sure. I'm curious to see what Azan would have done had a heart come off on the turn, and then Mike stuffed it.
Yeah.
I love the way Azan played the hand. I love the way Azan played the hand.
I love the way Mike played that hand. I actually love the way they both played that hand.
No, yeah, very much so.
We watched a
Service on
beautiful-
11.
It was like a Da Vinci, like what's a great painting? The Mona Lisa. We watched the Mona Lisa of cards.
Who's the guy used to like paint on Saturday mornings on PBS? Yeah, with like kind of afro hair.
The guy that looks like you, a little bit older.
What?
Service on
Bob. What's his name?
Bob something or other.
Yeah, I used to paint the trees, and
Yeah.
yeah, I used to watch him in the
Let's
80s.
put a couple birds there.
Yeah, let's put some birds here. There's the wind and the cloud. Yeah, let's get the wind going in the trees. Yeah, we watched that painting go down.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You know what? I love the way.
it was beautiful. Both of them, I think, played.
I love the way
great.
Mike played. Yeah, and once the club comes off the turn, Mike.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross. Thank you, Bob Ross.
We Bob Ross that hand. Can we
We
complain
didn't.
that?
They did.
Well, they did, but we walked them through it. In the future.
We're just taking all the credit here. Here we go. I'm sorry. Back of the hand. King 7-4. All spades. Mike's got top pair, top kicker. John's got the only spade in the hand. But it's only an 8 high spade, and he's got no pair to come along with it.
V Cross Poker says you can watch Bob Ross on Twitch, even though he's dead. Someone's Twitch streaming Bob Ross,
Bob Ross.
his dead corpse. I'm not gonna go there. Taxidermy is a good thing.
Yeah, no, I like the way Mike played the hand. I love the way Azan played it.
C3 hand.
Lou Ball, what's up? Jenna. Oh,
Anybody
Jenna's
else
in the
want
chat.
service?
I'm like, Jenna, who is this? Yeah, it's Jenna.
Jenna Liz.
Jennifer Press. No, V Cross Poker. I actually thought you meant there's new Bob Ross Twitch streams. But thanks for clarifying that they're old episodes. Oh, there's new ones? Oh. Is Jack Tripper going to be in there? Ah.
Hold the code, fuck it.
The Daily Baker 420, welcome. I keep saying the Daily Baker Yeast. It should be yeast. Solo Bry, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Does the chat kind of throw you off? Like, salty.
At times.
It's like sweaty and salty in there.
Cobra makes it 20 to go. Reggie's gonna flat jacks. Mike comes along with the 8-4 of diamonds, and Maddie in the small blind 5-2 off. I love it.
V Cross. Sometimes they stream his spirit. That's why I clarified. You're the best. High five, V Cross.
King 10-7. Cobra's got top, backdoor hearts. Overcard to Reggie's jacks. He might call one time here.
You never know if you can peel a jack on the turn.
Lexus to table 11, please. You like this song, Kyle? Or what? You jamming out or what?
Mike gets away from the hand.
Four non-blondes, right? I see that, bro. Hey, if that was rock out, you're doing all right. You know what I mean? Didn't see that over my.
Carver's looking for value from straight flush draws. Queen Jack, hearts, some worse kings, maybe a couple, maybe a 10. A lot of worse hands Cover can get value from. He's going to bet the turn.
See that shirt moving.
It's like 150, 200. Check that.
Good night, Rick and Barstow. Thanks for joining us. We heart you.
Dude, the first time I heard this song, I was watching that.
What's Reggie tanking about here? What's he thinking?
I don't even remember the name of this.
Because Cobra, like, this goes back to like Cobra being a capable player. I was involved with a hand yesterday, Cobra, where I folded better because of Cobra. I mean, I was put in a tough spot because in a hand that I would normally I would snap fold. I consider calling off somewhat light with it because Cobra is capable of betting
Having
worse.
ace 10 here, ace 7.
Ace Jack. Well, it's hard to have ace Jack. Reggie got 2 jacks. But Cobra can be double barreling there sometimes.
Great fold by Reggie.
Good fold by Reggie. But no, like I said, and that's the tough spot sometimes you get into when you're playing against better players that are capable of making moves on you. You're put in spots where you consider calling with lighter hands than you would against other players.
Yeah.
Maybe a worse player you might feel is only going to continue betting the turn with just a king. A good player you might figure can have some other hands in the range as well. And so you put in a spot where, like, jacks might actually be good there more frequently than not versus a good player than versus a bad player, so to speak.
Yes.
So the hand I got involved yesterday, I opened, a player opened in front of me, I flatted the button, I'm kind of top minus for flatting with ace queen, and Cobra 3-bet jams out of the blind, right?
In the tournament?
In the tournament, so it was like a limper, an open, I flat. I really my play was kind of passive, flatting ace queen. But I flat the button, ace queen, Cobra jams out of the small one. Normally in that spot against a really, really weak opponent, I think, okay, well, they're never going to have, worse than my best case, or they're never going to have like a terrible hand here. My best case is a coin flip, kind of spot like that. I'm probably mostly in flips, but that's once again my best case scenario. Whereas Cobra can be 3-bet jamming a lot of worse hands just because there's so much dead money out there.
Yeah. Sorry, John raises, and he gets 2 callers.
As it was, I threw away the best hand. Cobra had ace jack, I had ace queen, but I mean, that's fine. But like I said, those spots you get into when you're playing against another competent opponent that is capable of putting pressure on you with worse hands.
The worst thing you can do, though, is give a very badly playing opponent credit like you would a
projecting your thinking on other players.
Well-playing opponent.
Yeah, I have that habit. Bad habit, projecting thinking on other players.
Life's hard.
It is hard. John bet 70, and he gets Kevin to fold the best hand. Is that 6, 7, 8 with a Bob Ross things?
Jenna says, am I going to have a Bob Ross party at my house, drink wine, paint, and wear an afro wig? Want in? I actually do that every Sunday. I don't know if you know that. I have a Bob Ross party
Jenna,
at my house every Sunday.
I am in.
We eat vegan all day. Paint, wear afro wigs, kind of get naked.
Is Bob Ross vegan?
No, but I'm assuming. Come on, someone who paints like that, let's put a sequel in there. Yeah, he's vegan. 100% he's vegan. Look at him.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why are you giving me like a squinty eye?
I don't know, man.
V-Cross Poker says, we just like to encourage check, raise, light, barrel turn here in Sacramento.
we really do. Cobra makes it 20 to go under the gun.
By the way, Val and Veronica, our initial show, we popped everyone's cherry with the first ever 2 women doing commentary. Huge ratings.
No, it was great. It was a great show. That 5-10 game, that was a great game.
It was a good game. It was kind of bananas.
No, and I thought you and Val did a great job in the booth.
Yeah, I just rode her coattails. 6-way to a flop, ladies and gentlemen.
And Cobra, who's out of position but was a pre-flop aggressor, Just flop himself a nut flush draw.
Kevin's got it open-ended, so he's good.
Checks to Mike.
All the aces are gone.
And Mike makes what looks like a pot-sized bet.
He's got a gut shot. He needs a 6. Kyle and Kevin are blocking his 6s. He doesn't know he doesn't have a lot of outs right here.
And Kyle's open-ended. He throws it away. And here comes Cobra. Check raise.
Beast mode. Cobra orders his steak blue. Bitches.
325 from Cobra.
Don't have to laugh, but it's funny.
205 to call with just an inside straight draw from Mike, and I think that should about do the hand.
I was talking about me, bro. How you?
I stand corrected.
Wow! Mike came to play. Mike came to play. Is Mike AD's cousin? I like you some Mike. Mike doesn't have any fear.
Now the Cobra, I mean, here's the problem for you. I mean, Mike's only left himself 160 back. You don't have a lot of fold equity here, but I don't think you can't fold. So good. So good.
Please, son, give me an autograph. I've been waiting so long. Sean Drake, ladies and gentlemen.
We just got flashed in the booth again. So Cobra puts it in. He does not know that he has the best hand here. He's never expecting to be ahead.
What does Mike do here, though? He's only got 160 behind. You might as well just call off to try to hit your gut shot. There's 1.1K in the pot. You have to call off here, no? You force it. If you can't shove the rest of your stack in, what is he getting, like 10 to 1? Come on! I quit. Come on. You did it on the turn. There's nothing left on the route. No? Tell me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I hate everything about everything.
I'm right. I'm going to church, Ryan. Ryan, 00714. I'm going to church. My name is Sexual Chocolate. I'm not going to do it again 2 nights in a row. Yeah, James Shimkus says absolutely have to call. Absolutely. If you're going for that gut shot, you have. Oh, no! No! 1.1K in the pot. You have a 160 behind. Why not just shove it all in on the turn?
Flop.
On the flop. Sorry, on the flop. On the flop. Why not shove it all in on the flop? Talk to me, Goose. Tell me.
I play in a really weird place, dude.
Hey,
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
I'm live in Sunset. Got a call here, I think. 1.1K in the pot. Look, he's got $160 behind. I like Mike. I like that he's giving action. I like that he likes to play. I like that he likes the gut shots. But oh, you can't. You got to call off there.
You keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be
On the flop.
You're going to be the best.
All right, Jake's not going to repeat anything.
Bullshit. All about the best. It's up there. I'm still sitting here, my man. It's up there.
Sobo, Bry. That might be correct, actually.
Hey, I'll take top 9 at the table.
Cool Breeze 77.7 says, Veronica, stop stressing. I will give you body odor. I already have body odor. Jake? Jake?
I will give you bot. What is? I don't know. Jerry makes it 15 to go, King Queen. Kevin calls Queen Jack suited in position, and Ace-6-3 all diamonds, no diamond for anybody, no pair for anybody.
So Sean McCormick says that when they're near the end of their stack, they make hero folds. It doesn't make sense to me. I would just say, F it. Babyface ATL, come on. You don't know about TMI. That's not TMI for me. I can give you TMI, but I'm not going to because it'll cost me my job. And the blow-up blonde that they have to sit here won't talk. Jake, talk to me, Goose.
It was a fold on the flop. It's a fold on the turn.
If it's a call on the flop,
No, it's not a call on the flop. It's a fold on the flop. It's a fold on the turn.
okay, but what he did, he should have at least called off, right, on the turn?
So you have 4 outs. So you're like
1.1K in the pot.
it's 160 to call. So you got like what, 8-1, and you're an over an 11-1 dog. You should fold.
8 to 1?
160
160 to 1100. Do it.
It's like 8-1. Not even that. He's like 7. He's got like 7-1. And he's like an 11-1 dog. Yes.
I have a
But he should have folded the flop too. It's
Oh,
a fold.
yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a fold. It's a fold.
I'm saying
That's why I wasn't.
he didn't fold
I was
flop.
just like,
he didn't fold flop. There's so much money in the pot. I'm saying just go for the gut shot. Only $160 more.
Yeah. He's
He needed
over.
12%.
He's over.
678.
Yeah.
I call there. If I'm gonna call flop, I'm gonna call river. I'm gonna jam flop
One guy.
because I want to see all the
set
cards.
for Jerry. Top set for Jerry. You know, it's a fold on the flop. It's a fold on the turn. Even as played on the flop, it's a fold on the turn.
Shimka says, I don't care about the odds. At that point, you just expect being $160 poorer.
Top set for Jerry's good. So he's only counting. Like I say, he's only counting that he has 4 outs. He only believes that he only has his gut shot. That's why. It's not like what his actual equity was in the hand because we can see all the cards and what everyone else had. If he's in that spot, he's figuring that he only has, in his mind, he only has those 4 outs for his gut shot. That's why. And if that's the case, then it's a fold. So you're like, I'm saying like it's a fold. It's a fold on the turn.
But what I'm trying to talk about is on the turn. On the turn. He's already called on the fold.
It's a fold.
It's a fold,
It's a
even with
fold.
160 behind.
It's a fold. And you're like going nuts, and I'm just gonna drink my drink.
No, because I think, okay, I think,
drink
hey,
say
there's
I'm
1,100 in the pot. I'm gonna call up 160 more to see my gut shot. I like a little gamble.
And that's why we.
That's why Bear Jew and I
chase
are
you
good
around the room.
friends.
Solarbright wants to play with me. Cool. So Solarbright
Does he
thinks that
wanna
he's
play
calling the
with
flop,
you 'cause you're good?
thinking that ace high is good. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that was a thought process, but I think if that was a thought process, then he's never folding the turn.
Okay, 3 pairs.
Reggie raises to 30. Cobra and Jerry come along.
Solarbright sounds like a guy who flats his queen and then folds to the chain by good reg. All right, point taken. Point taken.
Cobra checks. Reggie puts it up bet. It's got a gut shot. Jerry's not going anywhere with top pair.
Well played, Solarbright. Well played.
Sean McCormick. Oh, baby. I played Pai Gow yesterday. Pai Gow, $200 a hand. Woo!
It's a leaf.
I lost.
Reggie fires out. 180 in the pot. Looks like he's gonna make it. It's 105. Jerry's got top pair, but he's got a pretty junky kicker. And there's 2 flush draws on board. He calls anyway. Clubs get there. Reggie's got the nut blocker.
It's probably the only place I can play it.
Does this look like a pretty value bet out of Reggie?
It looks really value-y.
Like, call me, please.
Like you're trying to
call
get value
me.
from a worse queen somehow, or I don't know. It's or like a really passive bluff.
Or maybe he hit his flush. Does he check a flush on the river?
I wouldn't expect him to now.
Wait, he's like, dude, whatever. So, dude, the poor guy.
It's like just a blocker bet.
Alright. The poor guy goes and fox out. He goes, alright, let's go. Come on. And he goes, oh, what happened?
Reggie calls. Or, I'm sorry, Jerry calls. Jerry shows the king.
Dude, it ends up, he's like, that's right. He's going to sit there and actually you don't do nothing. So the poor guy turns his back and walks down there. They grab the bottle, tear it off after him, right? He turns around, like, grabs the guy. He's just trying to shake the ball out of his hand, right? Like that freaking guy who kind of doesn't really know what's going on the table has bear mace throw and sprays the shit out of him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm with Trevor Nando Days.
I wish. If I seen that, yes.
I don't think you're getting called by worse
I'd be crying.
ever.
You're in the area and all someone sprays bear. Yeah.
By the way, that hand,
Like, no, but he sprayed the bro.
you're the worst, by the way.
Okay.
I mean, because you patronize me. You drink instead of just telling me what you thought. If I was wrong.
Well, you were going off and like
I like my tangents.
Okay.
I didn't say creationism is real. I was stating my opinion.
Oh.
Don't patronize me.
Oh, okay. No, it's cool. I'm down.
I'll pull that little Hitler haircut of yours.
Greg Breezy says Kyle needs to start blasting off. Kyle has been sitting kind of snug there. In his defense, he hasn't had a lot of hands to play.
Leave Kyle alone. Jerry just silently picked up a massive stack and needs to chip up to greens. Color up. There's the handsome Tony. If you need a home sold in the Sacramento area, there he is. King 10-8 on the flop, 2 spades. Sorry, 2 clubs. And Jake's trying to play open face Chinese.
No, I'm just talking the thing.
Rage Sava.
So they're going back about the blocker bet, and 670's pointing out how you can balance blocker bets on there because you don't want to get blown off there, I guess. You can check call, can catch bluffs though. The other part of it is, do you ever worry about, like, let's say you have the best king there, do you ever worry about making that little blocker bet?
You're talking about Reggie hand against Jerry?
And then getting and because you're showing weakness there, getting blown off of that hand. I know it's more.
You're saying the blocker bet is exploitive?
Exploitable. I think blocker bets are very exploitable. I mean, you really got to balance. Like, you got to be willing to like put out little tickler, little blocker bets out there with nutted hands
Tickler.
that against aggressive opponents that are willing to play back at you or willing to attack blocker bets.
Would you call Jerry an aggressive opponent?
I wouldn't be using blocker bets against Jerry. No.
Okay, I agree with you.
So, I mean, that's if you put it, you are. I mean, but well, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't expect Jerry to be bluff raising a blocker bet against me. Is when I say that. If I would, so I wouldn't be trying to, because if I'm going to be trying to balance my blocker bets against an opponent, I'm also going to be doing it with strong hands that I feel like they might try to like play back in the ad to get me off the better.
Are you doing? How often are you doing blocker bets? Do you do blocker bets?
Nah, I bomb the hell out of pots.
Yeah.
But when,
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying, you can't against.
I feel like it's 2006. You're talking to me from the
But
past.
against aggressive opponents, no, you can't do that. But you got to balance it with nutted hands as well. You put a little small bet, expecting your opponent to play back at you and get you off hands as well. So if you think a player might be doing that with like a weak king there, like king 10, and he has the ace queen, and he figures with that card on that river, he can then bomb the river and get you off of better. So then you have to balance, that with doing that with nutted hands too. Know what I mean?
Make your nutted hands. Use the blocker bet with your nutted hands.
It's all about balance. As long as you're balancing, you can play either way.
I agree.
But
I just feel odd you talking to me about balancing your blocker bets because you don't block bet. You don't do blocker bets, and I feel like we're having a conversation from 2006. I feel like you're going to talk to me about betting for protection next.
yeah, Jerry is the wrong target to.
Yeah, I think
bet.
I agree. John Bruce says life's about balance. Yeah. Reggie's given some action here today at 10-5. I like ye.
Nutball 420. Welcome to the chat.
Cookies and water too?
Red Seva said, let's call them tickler bets from now on. Because you said tickle.
How do I get rid of that? No, how do I get
Computers are hard, huh?
right?
Cookies and water.
Cookies and water. I have water. Thank you.
And just cookies.
Love the chat.
Listen, when you go back and watch this in the future, watching the past, in your time machine, you can also watch the chat on your computer, and the chat's the nuts. That's all I have to say. John Bruce says, if I'm sitting at this table, I tell the floor man to lock the doors, nobody's leaving. Listen, Linda, the worst thing we can do is talk about potted plants here. We want action players. We want people to play hands crazy. The game is not fun watching people play the best hands the best way. No?
Correct.
You don't get enough setup hands in a 3-hour program.
No, you need someone to step out, put their neck out there, do something silly.
Put a crazy blocker bet out, call for a gut shot, and fold 10, like...
Someone's got to misread the board sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
all
gotta
of that.
happen. I'm Lemon. I feel like at low stakes, auto raise any blocker bet is plus CV. At low stakes, I think you can get pretty unbalanced there and get away with it.
Yeah, okay. Show me someone at low stakes who's raising any river bet, even if it's a blocker bet. Show me. Yeah, you. Yeah. Show me someone else. Come on, Linda. Listen, honey. It's not gonna happen. They don't do it. No one does it on the river. Remember I texted you? I was like, what are the odds that these guys are bluff raising me on the river? Pretty low, right? I'm just gonna fold.
And what was my response?
You said pretty good.
That's pretty good. Players are more ridiculous than we want to.
I give them so much credit, but I should be giving them less credit. But I just don't know where I am. I'm in outer space, floating around.
So, you're treading water, swimming.
No, not even that good.
I mean, what is it? Bart Hansen tweeted. We talked about it. Mentioned it. Put on the stream. Never underestimate how bad the regs are in your game.
I was in shock yesterday. I'm not saying that everyone was so bad. I was just in shock at the play, at the betting for protection. Like, I flop quads. I'm shoving all in. It's a $600 pot, and I've got 15K, and I'm all in. Yeah, you guys better watch out. I'm like, really? Do you not want to get any value out of it? You had 6 people in the pot. Why didn't you just check? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
BK Thompson 24 says Jake likes to block or bet and limit games.
Jake, I heard there was going to be a nice 5-10 game building around you at Stones this weekend.
I'll wear my glasses, so maybe, maybe not. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know what that matters.
If Jake doesn't have his glasses on, get on the game. Get on the game. Flush! Oh, never mind. Good game.
There was a lot of mimosas involved in that day.
Bottomless. And I heard the last one was like, well, it's the last one, so we'll just empty out this bottle of champagne and a splash of orange.
I drink it for the juice because it's healthy.
Right? Vitamin C is good for you.
It keeps my immune system strong. So Cobra's gonna get 20 to go here. Ace, Jack off. John's gonna make the call, pocket sevens. Matty comes along with a suited king. And now Mike says, I've had enough.
Eat it. Eat it. It's a buffet.
I'm
Let's
all
go.
in, both inches.
I'm like
King,
a
Jack of clubs.
free warm cookie at Stones. Eat it.
B Cross says I should get a monocle. I look at him like Mr. Peanut.
Do it.
I could rock a monocle.
If anyone could. Cobra.
He makes a call.
Now that Cobra makes a call, it's easier for John to call. More money in the pot. I mean, if I'm John.
No, okay, no, check that. Cobra re-raises.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Cobra makes it 240 to go. Clicks back at John. Pushes
And
him out of the pot.
Uncle Matty's asking for a count.
Got a call too. We got your aces.
It was 10-9, 6, 7, 8. It was 10-9. At least I think I saw 10-9. I'm not sure. King Jack for Mike. Good for the double up.
Cookies are game theory optimal. We do provide warm chocolate chip, peanut butter, and oatmeal raisin cookies, I think every day, for free for our players.
You paid someone to shove a cookie in my mouth.
Okay, so, Linda, listen. There's a waitress, I said, I'll give you $100 if you take one of the cookies and not shove it in, jam it into Jake's pie hole, like as hard as you can. She said, I can't do it for $100. And I was like, well, what will you do it for? She's like, 25? So I said, here you go. Here's the money.
It's somehow more dignified that she did it for less.
Jammed like the entire cookie, and then he didn't get the whole thing in his mouth, so she like jammed the rest. It was so worth the $25. Best $25 I've ever spent. And Jake's like, why did you have to choose peanut butter?
It's like
Can you imagine if you were allergic to peanut butter? Peanuts?
It was. Yeah, like that was not even a question. Like, oh, are you allergic to peanut butter? He's like, here.
Do you have an anaphylactic reaction to peanuts?
And who doesn't keep chocolate chip cookies around?
I paid her a $5 tip to get the worst one.
All right, back to poker. Man.
Ryan, 000714 says $100? Nah, 25 that.
I had money. I didn't want to cash it.
Oh man.
Red Sabbath said the waitress was not a poker player. No, she was not.
No.
I don't know how to play a game. I feel like you're saying it's bullshit. Oh, this is bullshit? Is it bullshit? Do you remember? That was a lot. I can't remember. A lot. A lot's good. That was 3 racks.
Zahn's pocket jack's gonna take down the pot. Yeah, it was. I mean,
Yesterday was a full day.
there was a
10
lot of things
a.m. till midnight with shenanigans in between. And you and I ended up next to each other just like this
We'll take that as true.
in the tournament. Randomly.
I'm just saying,
It was
I'm
totally
just saying,
random.
If it wasn't on the stream, I'd play
Yeah,
it.
that's
And
how
then
that
I
works.
spun the wheel.
Hey,
Didn't work out.
Did you fall by
I hate my life.
$1,000? You had 5 left. You had to bring all four.
Figure out what I said.
Yeah, five left.
Yeah. Ryan 00714. Yep.
The worst. The worst.
25. Yeah, no, we're playing stupid.
It was a beautiful moment in my life. Had I recorded, excuse me, that was a little bit of coffee. Had I recorded it, I would have loved to see that. Every morning I would wake up and just look at it like Jesus' face. Just pray to that video. Ah.
Jerry opens up with Jack 10 off. Reggie makes a call. Ace 7 of hearts. 10 high flop. It's good for Jerry.
6, 7, 8, you can plug your phone into any table. We have outlets under every table. Pretty much we're the best card room in the world. Anything you want, we have. Oh, you want a massage? Yes. Cookies? Yes. Vietnamese food? Yes. Tacos? Yes. All of the above? Yes.
Reggie's gonna check call. Ace 7 of hearts on 10-9-4. 10 on the turn trips up Jerry.
I think that 6, 7, 8 was asking about something else.
You now you get that. Now
It
you
looked like
get
a
that.
battery. It looked like a battery. I didn't know. I
It goes
thought it was
check
a battery
check on the
plug in your
turn.
phone. Sorry, 6, 7, 8.
And now Reggie might be thinking about trying to steal this pot. Jerry's check on the turn has induced a bluff from Reggie. And Jerry snaps it off. Reggie felt that Jerry might have been ace queen, ace jack there. And Reggie thought he can get Jerry to fold better after Jerry, looked like he gave up on the turn.
Ziberju is back. He comes in, says yo, stays for 10 seconds, leaves again.
I'm in. I'm out.
I'm waiting for him to join our 1025 game, which is next week.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, next
Yes.
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, yeah.
You and I.
Me and you.
I do.
I do. Imagine me and you. It starts out creepy and then it's fun. It starts out like I'm in the bushes and then, oh, we're friends. Let's have fun and eat egos.
Reggie makes it 20 to go with pocket threes.
$20.
Kyle's gonna flat the button with a 10-8 of hearts.
Three-way to a flop. Ace, 4, 6, 2 spades. Maddie's got a backdoor spade draw. Second nut.
35.
Reggie right now with the best hand. Leads and takes it down.
Easy game.
Man, this game is so easy. Surprised I'm not a millionaire. I am. No, I'm not. But I might be. But I'm not. I'm not. Can I borrow some money? I know you got some.
Might as well. Big line, right? Private. It is the saddle.
I hear another brick in the wall, Pink Floyd. We probably play the best music also here.
That's good tunes.
I know that.
Raise it up.
Anyway, I'll tell you another story.
So Jerry puts in the $10 straddle here, and John opens up under the gun. Oh, thankfully under the gun plus one officially. to 30 with queen 10 off. Maddie calls 6-5 off.
So that $10 is not a raise, that's a straddle.
That is a straddle.
Yeah.
So it's John's open to 30, Maddie calls 30. Azan folds the queen 9 of spades on the button. I would not have been surprised to see Azan play there in position. His hand is, of course, easily dominated by other players that might raise up front. Ace, queen, king, queen, hands like that. 9, 10, 5, 2 hearts. Both John and Reggie hit the 10. John's got the backdoor redraw to the hearts. Maddie does hit his 5 as well. A little something for everyone.
It's like a good strip club.
Cannot grow a full beard. Cannot. And have after 0 chest.
Reggie leads for 60.
That's kind of a blessing. Well, that's what I mean.
And call. Maddie puts no hesitation to call with his pair of 5s and worst backdoor hearts. 9.
No back hair.
They're talking a lot more than a typical game. That's why I love the 5-5 and the 1-3 games. They talk, they have fun.
Jerry's one of the best guys to play poker. Jerry gets some conversation started on the table. Jerry's a fun guy to play with. He talks a lot, he'll
like
yap
that.
you a little bit, he'll engage you.
Andy.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
New Jersey
He doesn't-
CA says
He doesn't know what he's talking
should at
about.
least give Veronica her money back for the buy-in. $700. Pay me, bitch. No, it was 1050.
Wow.
1050. No, I'm just kidding. It was
John bets 80 and Maddie is not a believer. Snaps the 80 and now Reggie is in a real tough spot to overcall here with the queen 10. And Maddie calling is going to get Reggie off the chop. Jack of clubs. Now John can't love that card. Maddie can easily have a hand like queen jack that just got there.
They both check.
Check. John shows a 10, takes down the pot.
Oh, Reggie's just shaking his head like, whoa, no, I could have chopped that pot.
I pulled a 10-9. Good pull for him.
Remember when I tried to buy a piece of you the night before the tournament?
Yeah,
like,
you didn't,
okay, I gotta go.
you didn't try to buy anything off me yesterday. I was a little bit surprised.
No, I wanted to buy you in and take like 80%. You're like, no.
John under the gun. Couple clunkers. And now Maddie's got jacks.
Like a trade with no breaks. Maddie puts in a raise.
Makes it 55 to go and 11x open. Under the gun +1. And Mike calls with a 5-4 of clubs. It's a big open in early position.
It's gonna be heads up to a flop. The one benefit Mike has is he's got position.
Now there's an overcard to Maddie's jacks, and Mike does connect. We've seen Mike play very aggressively previously with just one pair, but that didn't work out for him so well. I don't know if wonder if that's going to slow him down now. It does. He gets away.
The thing is about Mike is he doesn't have enough chips to have the implied odds to play those kinds of hands.
I would agree. Yes.
Good, I'm glad we faced each other and got all serious for like 2 seconds. I'm surprised you survived last night. Did you like end up in a gutter somewhere? Did you get arrested? Were you in a drunk tank? Like what happened? The Honey Badger puts in a little raise. 25 to go. King Queen suited.
Maddie limped under the gun, the 4-deuce off. Kyle makes it 4x over the limper.
Maddie flops a gut shot.
And we've seen Maddie try to run down these hands before.
John's got one of his 5s though. Kyle does also have a backdoor
Good
flush draw.
sizing by Kyle.
Maddie's stubborn with this hand.
I think Kyle can bet small here again.
Does Kyle think Maddie can float him with an ace?
He might have some aces, but I think he's mostly going to have 6s. Straight draws. Worse kings. Kyle, he bets 55. I like Kyle's size, not the way he played the hand. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't get any value. Despin, 21-31. That's just how we are together. Those looks of, discontent. Hatred. Choking.
I mean, if you didn't like me, you'd be really nice to me.
That's when you have to worry about it. Like,
Or patronize me.
that was one time. That was one time, like,
Look at
an
my
hour
eyes.
ago.
Look at my eyes. I'm like in high school right now. My eyes are rolling so far in the back of my head.
Never mind.
No, not like that. Like the eye roll. Come on. Why does it? You're in the gutter just as bad as I am. Because you know why? We're in our dirties.
Guilt by proximity. No. It's
No,
like,
we're in our dirties.
I'm like secondhand stupid. It's what happens.
You want to go there?
It's like that. Not that you are that. It's like, people like they get
Backpedal.
around other people.
Backpedal.
So I did sprain an ankle backpedaling like that. Cobra makes it 25 to go. Ace queen off. Reggie calls out of the cutoff with 6-3 off, and Jerry picks up kings on the button.
He's gonna pop it like it's hot. 3-bet to 80. Eat it. And is Jerry a squeeze play kind of player? You know what I mean? There's a lot of advanced players that will put in squeezes here in late position.
Wow.
Wow, Cobra.
Snug fold by Cobra.
That's what I'm saying. Cobra may not have done that fold against other players.
He might not have. I don't think he folds some me 3-betting the button.
No one's gonna fold to you anything.
Just Ben, I'd like to answer your question, but
You're busy drinking your water.
and asking if I woke up is implying that I went to bed. Really tired, man. Really tired.
I barely slept last night, and I was like, well, I'll just go in because I know Jake slept less than I did.
Yeah, that is true. Kevin.
Be Cross Poker. Good night. I miss you. Call me.
Kevin opens under the gun, pocket 4, makes it 25 to go. Gets calls from Cobra. Jerry now puts in a 3-bet, ace king suited out of the cutoff.
I like ye.
Right after we saw him 3-bet the kings, players might think that he's getting a little loose here, a little aggressive.
You're not hearing me.
I didn't think the players are less likely to do that. They're more, they're definitely more likely to have a hand the second go around. Cobra's hands unlikely to be dominated by Jerry, but as it is, out of position, only no other callers. Good fold. Easy game.
Secondly, if I'm not in the hand, it doesn't apply. But every time I say that slow number,
Valerie, I'll call you for our next pillow fight, okay, girl?
Probably bet a hand and you raise it. As I said,
I'm just saying, like, my phone, like, works. If,
No.
No, I don't. No.
No.
I don't really think.
I said Valerie.
It's all right, never mind. So me and George will have our own pillow fight.
Good.
Yeah, me and George will have our own pillow
I've
fight.
seen that Periscope. It had like 3 viewers and it was bad.
Say what you want, but
Kyle, get that stretch in. You have to walk around the mall tomorrow. Worst. You know what is cool? You gotta walk around the mall, not walk around the neighborhood. In Canada, all the seniors used to take walks in the mall
Oh, really?
because it would be too cold outside. So, like at 8 a.m. when I was working retail, when in my 20s, I would see them. Well, early 20s, late teens. Never mind.
no, I get it.
Kyle,
I get
I
it.
love me some honey badger. Jerry flops open-ended. Beautiful. I like you.
Anybody want that seat?
You gotta play your heater, Jerry. You gotta play that heater. Too bad you're not playing Kaigao. Red Sava said Kyle's going to the gym tomorrow. Get it right. I know. I like Kyle. Kyle's a very intelligent human being, and he drinks like warm lattes, chai lattes probably.
And he tries to hustle you into playing Chinese checkers with him.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, you know, I haven't solved it, but it is solved. Azan's like, yeah, it's been solved for a while. I'm like, oh, he's hustling me. I was like gonna study it. He asked me today, he's like, have you been studying Chinese checkers?
Well, you notice how eager he is to like get you to play with him so you're ready to go.
$20 a
You know,
game?
Yeah.
We're tired.
He's trying to get you to put his kids through college.
He doesn't have children yet.
But one day.
I don't even want to talk about Kyle's stories. Kyle's the best. And the most handsome kid in the room.
Barna. Reggie's gonna limp the Queen 8 suited.
I've never been a big animal guy.
King Jack 6 Rainbow.
Sarah's dealing.
Yeah, right?
Can hear it. I'm totally gonna creep on your stuff. So, are you here on Wednesday with me? 5:10?
It's the employee, the 1-3 employee game.
Okay, yes, we talked about this.
I believe I am. No, that's
Yeah, it's the employee game. 31st.
it says me and training, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you got rubbed out?
I did.
Wow, it's messed up.
It's a lot of times. Things are messed up a lot of times. No, I thought I saw my name all week, so I was like, yeah, I'm
I thought
going
they
in
did
all
as
week.
well.
No one loves me. Let me check my calendar, see if it matches your calendar.
Jerry now makes it 20 to go. King 6 of clubs. Azan Ace Queen makes a call out of the blind. Kevin called the Jack 5 on the button and Jack 4 forward. Kevin's got the best of it. No, Kevin's not in the hand. Well, the graphic shows that he called, but then I can see he doesn't have cards. Check, check.
Greg Breezy said if my wife ever cheated on me, the only acceptable option is Kyle, obviously.
Clubs now for Jerry. It's a good check call by Azan. King on the river, and Jerry gets there. He already.
What's that?
Jerry bets 40.
Begging for a call.
And Azan finally gets away from it. Plaska asking who the big winner was tonight. I believe Jerry.
Yeah, oh yeah, look at that stack. More chips equals better winning. James Shimka says he creeped on my Twitter, read all my tweets, and said we're on the same page about things. So he's repented and given his life to Jesus.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I don't.
Red Sava's like, ban me already. No, we have a no ban policy. We like to reform our trolls.
Grounded in all sports, but like football, I guess. I don't know.
Very important.
I don't think like it's from Madden days, bro. Do a fantasy draft with friends, you know what I mean? It's like,
Mike actually has a hand in the hijack now.
Jerry's at it again. King 5 of clubs this time, makes it 20 to go. Mike just calls the ace king. Kevin comes along with the 5s.
With Mike's stack, is this a good call?
They don't like anything.
we do. So we pick through. There was always me and my buddy Mike.
Jerry flopped the club draw.
Three of us, we just pick 2 teams in the same division. You know what I mean? We draft the whole thing and then we play each other twice. You know what I mean? Sick, dude. So you start to get, you start to learn a lot of players.
Come on, I'm Lymanson. Come on. Come on. Seriously?
Jerry
This is
bets
not-
30 and Mike calls. Flush for Jerry.
We're not a training site. You can pay Jake for some training. Go.
You know, I zoned out. The last game I zoned out.
Jerry's on fire tonight. Took off his shoes and ran through some hot coal.
Dude, it was sick. Real talk. I probably played it for close to like 8 months, 9 months. I don't really.
And Mike is not a believer. Drawing dead and holding out faith that ace high is good.
Oh, killer.
Jerry now rivers the absolute nut, and Mike makes a pair.
Killer on the river. Killer on the river. If Mike thought he may have had a chance of being good on the turn, he knows the river's bad.
He calls off.
Stico's needling you.
Jerry shows the nut.
I'm Lyman's son. There's a book that Daniel Negreanu wrote in like 2005. It talks about how if you don't know what to do, just shove all in. That's the one you need to read.
I played a lot of Halo 3.
Yes.
Then you don't have to think.
Same thing. Bungie made.
Thinking's hard.
Almost the exact same. Player chips on 11, please. Probably 10 times better. Gameplay was tight. Same games. A little tweaks, a little better.
I'm Lyman's son. Wants me to be his poker. I'm actually a horrible poker player.
No.
I am. Don't lie to me. I am. I'm very horrible. I want to be great.
Copy, Bob.
What time is it?
It's that time.
Did we go into a time warp? I feel like we went into like a wormhole in space and came out an hour later.
We're losing your audience if we go down that string theory.
No, we're not going into string theory is different.
It's not very
But
different.
thanks for being a very bad amateur physicist.
I mean, there's worse things to be bad at, I suppose.
Just to like dick around on Destiny for like
I agree.
10 hours.
All right.
Poker.
It's like, oh.
You guys think
This is our last hand, by the way.
Kevin makes it 25 to go. Reggie's gonna come along with the ace 10 off. And it's a 10 high board. All clubs though. Check, check.
I look at it as, there's people that I look at it differently, I guess. I look at it as respecting the people that fought for what you're doing.
Check, check. And the 9 of diamonds comes off.
To express your views.
John Bruce 4, thank you for joining us. Make sure you heart us, follow us. Follow us on Wednesday.
Red Sava, thanks for stopping by.
You're our favorite Red Sava for now. For like,
Top 2 now for Reggie, but there's 4 clubs on the board. And Kevin's gonna keep the bluff going.
55?
I think Reggie's gonna call him. Yep.
Reggie played great tonight. Reggie played great tonight. I like Reggie.
Reggie's solid.
Very solid. Love his shirt.
Jerry, 3.3K. Good night for Jerry.
Give it to me, Goose.
Yeah, it was a good game. A lot of fun. I mean, there were some really kind of weird spots, interesting played hands. I didn't really know what to make of.
Like last night after the game, you put yourself in some weird spots.
Yeah,
You liked it.
I had fun.
It was a fun game.
There might be a little like a little hangover into tonight's stream where still misreading boards here every now and then. But no, it's a lot of fun.
We're not the only one. Join us on Wednesday, 5:10.
1-3 employee game.
1-3 employee game that will turn into a 1-3-10 85 bomb.
Is Spencer playing?
More than likely, yes.
I would hope so.
So thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, hit the heart, follow us. We'll notify you when we go live every Monday and Wednesday. And we love you all. We didn't have to ban anyone tonight. Crazy.
Progress. Right on, guys.
What did you expect? Welcome, Sonny. Make yourself at home. Marry my daughter. You've got to remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. You know. Morons.